a Saturday, her young beau called to see if she'd like to go to see a show, but Miss Kate said no. I'll tell you what you can do. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Katie Casey saw all the games, knew the players by their first names, told the umpire he was wrong all along, good and strong. When the score was just 2-2, Katie Casey knew what to do. Just to cheer up the boys she knew, she made the gang sing this song. Take me out to the ball game, take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Greetings, folks, and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball. We're on a few minutes early because tonight we've got a special occasion. There is a ceremony going on as I speak, as the Orioles will be taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers in the second game of a 3-game series here at Oriole Park tonight, September 6th, 2025, the 30-year anniversary of the night Cal Ripken Jr. broke the Iron Man Lou Gehrig's impossible record, 2,131 consecutive games played. And right now, the ceremony is underway. So I went on a little bit early, and we'll see if anybody's going to be here. I am super excited about tonight. Looking very much forward to looking back on what for me was probably the most impactful night as an Oriole fan. I was 18 years old on September 6, 1995. There's Brady still looking like Luke Perry from Beverly Hills 90210. He's got that Paul Rudd disease. Does not age. Brady just won't. I mean, look at his hair. It's still coiffed perfectly, like it's still 1993. Unbelievable. Folks, we've got a bunch of players and such back from the 1995 team making their way onto the field right now. And one of them, I mean, we've got what an A-list lineup. Ken Griffey Jr. walking out right now. And folks, I got to tell you, I don't know. I say folks. Is there more than one person here yet? I'm on early. BJ Surhoff is here. Larry Sheets has come out, Ben McDonald, but they introduced John Miller, and I didn't know that John Miller was going to be here. The Orioles went out last weekend to San Francisco, and they got some video of John Miller talking about the night of the streak and the ceremony and just how special of a night it was. He was doing the radio call on WBAL. AM 1090. Mike Musina is here. Wow, Mike's here. Man, this is what I'm talking about. I'm going to lose it, man. I haven't seen Moose in the ballpark in a really long time, and there he is. It's occasions like this where you put your grudges aside and you realize that this game is bigger than all of us, any one person. And there's Jim Palmer. By the way, rest in peace to Davy Johnson. I tell you what, folks, it's not easy to get through a day with nothing but good news. Obviously, this is supposed to be a night of celebration, but there is some sad news. Oh, look at Eddie Murray. He's flexing his bicep. Look at the smile on Eddie's face. I got to meet Eddie at the Orioles store randomly, the one that's in downtown D.C., back in like the mid-aughts. I was just popping in. Actually, I think I was working on a production on that block, and I popped into the store just because, I'm a big Orioles fan. I'm like, well, I'm never on this block. Let me go in the store, see what's there. Eddie Murray's just in there, like just by himself, like looking around. Got to talk to Eddie one-on-one without any, big deal. Like it wasn't even a big deal. And it's crazy to think because back then he was probably the age that I am now, like late 40s. He'd only retired maybe a few years earlier from the game. Anyway, I am watching this ceremony, folks, and I debated whether or not to go on a little bit early because maybe this is something I would like to enjoy just in privacy. Just enjoy this moment to myself rather than document it on camera. But turns out I only went on a couple of minutes early. They're going through a video montage right now. But when John Miller came out, I just about lost it. I'm glad that we weren't on camera when that happened. It was still playing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. But yeah, John Miller, I miss him so much. The voice of this team in my childhood, 83 to 96, 13 years here. He's already been with the Giants now for 29 years or something. It's good to see Miller. He's lost a lot of weight. He looks pretty healthy, and he looks as jovial as ever. Came out of the dugout and took a bow. I know in my heart of hearts that John Miller still loves this team and being a part of those years here. And especially the transition from Memorial Stadium over to Camden Yards. Miller was the MC for so many of the... There he is. He's talking right now. He's on the mic right now. John Miller, folks. Let me shut up. The best of the best. That's right. Miller's first year, Cal Ripken wins the MVP, and that's our last pennant and last World Series. Yeah. John Miller, just a consummate professional class act. Talking about how much loyalty this Oriole fan base has for its favorite players. How a fan base like Philly can rip on Mike Schmidt. Yet John Miller says if Eddie would go 1 for 20, he'd come up to the plate next and the crowd would still chant Eddie, Eddie. Didn't matter. Cal is making his way out from the right field corner, sitting on the back of what is that? I'm not a car specialist, but that looks like the car from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. It's a very fancy vehicle of some sort. Honestly, I was kind of hoping Cal would take a lap around on foot like he did 30 years ago tonight. They just went to commercial. Okay. Melanie didn't officially miss the ceremony because right before we went live in the ballpark, Chilo, there was like a 10-minute Masson interview between Melanie and Cal, sitting in a very dimly lit room, wearing a very short dress. Melanie, that is, not Cal. Get it? And yeah, she got in her 10 minutes with Cal, so I'm sure she'll be fine. Hey, I got a Ripken button now.
I am the Cal Ripken of birthday cake.
That's right. I gotta admit, I other than like the first season of King of the Hill, I didn't really see the whole series. I don't know. It came on when I was like in college and early 20s. I was busy, all right? But this is from King of the Hill.
I am the Cal Ripken of birthday cake.
I am the Cal Ripken of birthday cake. I never miss a birthday cake. Hey, JJ, what's up, dude? The Phillies are playing tonight. When are they on? I guess maybe now's the time to start talking about pregame stuff because the ceremony, I guess, is over. Cal took his lap around and we're done. I honestly thought there might be a little bit more to it. Oh, God, this song is going to drive me into an early grave. Days go by. Okay, we're back. He's still doing the lap. Now, look, I know it would have taken probably an extra 20 minutes to go around on foot, and I know, he's not a spring chicken anymore. But if he was ever going to make a lap around like he did that night, I feel like now would be the time because any longer he probably just wouldn't physically be able to handle it. I don't know. I'm just guessing, but, I just wish Cal was doing this on foot. I really do. That's what I was really hoping to see. I'll take this. But, damn. Part of what made that streak moment so special was that unplanned lap around the ballpark. About a 35-minute standing ovation, I believe, was what occurred when that number 0 rolled over to a 1 and we had made an official game. Cal is now getting out of the car and shaking hands with a few of the players and coaches, leaning over the Oriole dugout. One got a hug. But Cal doesn't have time for everybody. There's Chris Berman. He came out first. Chris was on the televised call that night on ESPN. And Berman, it's good to see him. John Miller is here as well. David Rubenstein, the owner, is standing right at the edge of the dugout. Guess he'll be the last one to... There he is. He's leaning right on the edge. That's probably his wife right next to him. Or is that trainer lady whose name I don't know? Speaking of ladies, Cal's got his lady. And she is decked out in an Oriole orange dress. Very nice. I guess Cal's going to come up and say a few words. Right now we're getting some handshakes. What's that? Harold Baines right there. I can't believe Mike Mussina is standing right there. Right next to Jim Palmer and Eddie Murray. Good grief. Oh, folks, nostalgia is a hard drug. I'm telling you, like Class A or whatever, like, can only get with a prescription hardcore drug. All right, Cal's about to say a few words. He says now I'm a junior, but now I'm a senior. I mean, just the 30 years that have passed for his son Ryan to be that little 5-year-old mop head of blonde hair, cradled in the arms of Cal during that moment. And there he is now, a 35-year-old man with the same receding hairline Cal had to put up with. It's just crazy. Time is crazy, folks. Look at the skyline. There is cloud cover, but it is almost angelic. And like it's not threatening clouds. They're very peaceful looking clouds. I don't know how else to put it. And Cal nods to Eddie Murray. Look, there's Freddie Freeman and some other Dodgers. They are here for this. They are applauding along with the whole thing. I mean, everybody, folks. Cal Ripken, he transcends just this team. He is an ambassador for the sport. And if you're playing ball right now, you knew that this guy was one of the best when you were a kid. I can't imagine how many current major leaguers or major leaguers of the last 20 years or so were influenced by this man and his work ethic. Folks, you've never seen a crowd as locked in on a person speaking as Cal right now. You can almost see everybody rewinding their mental clocks 30 years and putting themselves back into a mental space, being back that night. And what was their life like then? It just really brings back a lot of memories. I'm okay. My voice cracked. I'm okay. Well, we know all about the hard times, Cal. Yes, it is, Cal. It's unbreakable. Holiday and Gunner leaning next to each other over the dugout railing. I hope they're listening really, really closely to this. This is what we need from you guys. We need you guys to be the leaders for the future. You need to keep the Oriole way alive. So listen up. Charm City Chat, I'll check in with you in a minute, okay? I was debating whether or not I should be on the air. I knew I would probably want to watch this in privacy and take in the emotions that are involved with this. So I'm kind of putting myself out there. Not sure if it was a good idea or not, but Cal just wrapped up his speech. He's hugging his kids right now. Crowd is giving a nice ovation. Folks, I know in this crowd tonight there are plenty of Oriole fans that are unhappy with the direction of this team, unhappy perhaps with how new ownership has handled things, unhappy with our GM and the fact that our team has gone from first to worst in a matter of a couple of seasons. And what exactly happened here, but I feel like every true Oriole fan knows that when it's time to just put animosity aside and just appreciate the things that make you love this team to begin with. Ryan Ripken, Cal's son, throws out the first pitch. Cal catches it. And it really is amazing how Ryan just looks like a facsimile of Cal during his playing days. My goodness. Well, we got the Dodgers to play, folks. It looks like this ceremony is wrapping up. They've just gone to commercial. All right, let's talk about it. Jeez. I mean, I can't explain enough to you folks. If you're my age, how did you not look at Cal Ripken Jr. as a mythological superhero? I mean, not only are we talking about the streak, we're just talking about just everything. Clutchness. I mean, for the streak, correct me if I'm wrong, but he hit a home run the night before on the night he tied Gehrig's record. And he hit a home run in this game. Just to, he always knew how to come up big in the moment. His last All-Star game, 2001, Safeco Field, newly opened in Seattle. First pitch he got from Chan-Ho Park. He crushed it to left for a home run in his final All-Star appearance. Just always rose to the occasion in the biggest spots. And, just absolutely set the standard for, I want to play. Put me in, coach. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. You're never going to see it again. You're never going to see anything close to what Kyra. And the fact that he even had a consecutive inning streak, which was like for the first, I want to say, 8 or 9 years of the streak. Maybe that's too much. Maybe it was like 6 or 7. But I mean, for about 7 years or so, he didn't even miss an inning. He didn't come out like in the 9th in a blowout. Just always on the field. Amazing, amazing figure in this great sport of baseball. All right, folks, let's talk about tonight's game. I don't know when first pitch is going to be. It seems like it's going to be later than called. It already is. So the pitching matchup tonight, well, we've got a really nice one to mark the occasion here. Trevor Rogers on the mound for us. I think that's exactly who. I think the streak is breakable. I think every record is breakable. I think you're wrong, William. Bro, would you like to know the current leader in most consecutive games played? And would you like to know how many more games they would need to play in order to reach Cal? Cal it's not 21-31 anymore, just so you know. It's now 26-32. Somebody would have to play for like 15 years straight without missing a game. And nobody has gone 5 years straight without missing a game since Cal's streak, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, this one's never going to be broken. And if I'm wrong, may my soul be eternally damned. That's how positive I am. Okay? Here's your lineups tonight. Oh, I forgot the pitching matchup. So it's Trevor Rogers. That's who we want. Are we doing like a special song here? Should I be quiet for this? Well, they haven't started yet. The nearest is 700. Who? I'm going to look it up. Longest active consecutive game streak. Let's see. Current leader. Where are we? Matt Olson. Matt Olson at 761. He's only got 1,900 to go. Yeah, that's the thing. It's a different sport now. And yeah, the way players are managed, it's just never going to happen again. Never. You're never going to go back to like, well, let's take our star player and just work him to the bone and not manage him in a way to keep him fresh and keep him as healthy for as long as possible to maximize as much production and whatever out of the game. Yeah, that like everything is so based on analytics and like you consult a computer to tell you what to do. And I guess a modern computer is going to tell you, don't let your player play every game for 16 straight years or whatever it was. Like, let him sit down today. But anyway, I'm sorry, I'm talking through the Star Spangled Banner, but it's wrapping up right now. Yeah, this anthem is, they're going for something. I don't know what this guy's job is. I love these conductors. Like, do you really need a conductor to lead you through the Star Spangled Banner? Like, who involved doesn't know, like, when to hit what note? Probably the first song they learned on whatever instrument they're playing. You're not needed, conductor. All right. So, yeah, it's going to be on the mound, Trevor Rogers. I'm finally going to tell you the opponent. Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Yoshinobu Yamamoto. He has a record of 11-8, an ERA of 2.82, a 1.05 whip. He is definitely maturing into the perennial all-star caliber pitcher that he was marketed to be. He's only 27 years old, so expect the next 5 to 10 years to see a lot of good seasons out of this guy. Yamamoto on the mound, and we got Trevor Rogers, so let's see who's better tonight. I'm really looking forward. Conductor does the timing of this. I know, Froggy. That's not even an as well. That is the job. He's not there to just be a cheerleader. Yes, he's there for the timing of the song. But what I'm saying is, who doesn't know this song? Come on. Come on. This isn't like Pink Floyd's The Wall we're trying to get through. It's the Star Spangled Banner. I've seen this song performed on a big stage with instruments and vocalists and all. I've never seen a conductor. Okay, Froggy? I've never seen a conductor necessary for the Star Spangled Banner. That's all I'm saying. All right. Let's get to the starting lineups for the visiting Dodgers, who have now lost 4 straight. Record of 78 and 63. Shohei Ohtani will lead off in DH. Mookie Betts, the shortstop, will hit second. Teoscar Hernandez against the lefty will hit above Freddie Freeman in the 3 spot. Freeman moves down to hit cleanup, and he'll be at first base. Hernandez in right field, if I forgot to mention. Alex Call got a pinch hit opportunity last night. He's starting in left field tonight and hitting, what is that, 5th? Andy Pajes is in center field hitting 6th. Miguel Rojas at second base will bat 7th. Kike Hernandez at third base hitting 8th. And Ben Rortvedt, the third catcher right now on this roster. Injuries to Will Smith, and then last night the rookie Dalton Rushing. So Ben Rortvedt, who's batting just .092, veteran journeyman catcher, he will bat 9th for the Dodgers. For the Orioles on this historic occasion. Wait a minute, is my live button? You better be live. All right. A dimly lit Masson booth. Ben McDonald and Jim Palmer flanking Kevin Brown in the middle. For the Orioles, leading off at second base, Jackson Holliday. Jeremiah Jackson in right field hitting second. Gunnar Henderson's at shortstop batting third. Ryan Mountcastle, the cleanup hitter, in DH. Colton Cowser's in center field batting 5th. Emmanuel Rivera will hit 6th and be at third base. Dylan Beavers is in left field. He'll hit 7th. Sammy Basayo, who walked it off last night, and the Orioles win. He's behind the plate tonight again and batting 8th. 8th? Come on. I know he was struggling, but 8th? Come on now. Honestly, Cowser 5th and Basayo 8th. I would have no problem if you flip-flop those two guys. Yeah, their batting average might be similar, but Basayo, you can't tell me that he's like on the cusp of, just absolutely crushing the baseball on a regular basis. Cowser just can't stop striking out. But anyway, I digress. I'd love to see Basayo and Cowser flip-flopped in this lineup. Sammy will bat 8th, and then it's Kobe Mayo once again hitting 9th in the order, playing at first base. All right. By the way, last night's final of 2-1. Let me bring up the 1966 World Series, because I didn't think to mention it while on the air last night, but if you remember the 66 World Series and the results of the games, last night's score was just it was indicative of that series, because it was a very low-scoring series, and we kept the Dodgers basically shut out in a 4-game sweep. We won Game 1 5-2. That was the most runs the Dodgers would score. Shut them out 6-0 in Game 2, and then in the final 2 games were both 1-0 wins. And last night we had a 1-1 ball game. The only run we had on the board going into 2 down in the bottom of the 9th was scored on a wild pitch. So it was a low-scoring, close game that we pulled out just like we did nearly 60 years ago against the Dodgers. And speaking of nearly 60 years ago, again, marking the time, it's a little bit crazy how Ripken's streak is pretty much the halfway point between the Orioles' first World Series appearance and victory in '66 and today. Basically, when we get to spring of next season, right before opening day, that will mark the same amount of time that has passed between beating the Dodgers in the series and then Ripken breaking the streak, and then that same amount of time from Ripken breaking the streak till that day, which is, I guess, just about opening day next year. 60 years will be the anniversary going into next season since that first World Series over the Dodgers. 30 years we're celebrating tonight with Ripken's streak. I tell you what, folks. Think about how much the Orioles did in that first 30 years, between 66 and 95. And the highlights, and then the next 30. There's not so many of them, are there? So you know what I say? This season's going to come to an end, and we're going to start a new 30-year chapter of this franchise starting in 2026, and it's going to be more like Chapter 1. Chapter 2, not so good. We're going to go back to Chapter 1, folks. That's what I'm hoping. All right. Charm City chat. Again, I'm not sure when first pitch is going to be, but let's check in here. Wow, I'm very pale looking. Let me monitor some stuff here. How am I looking? Hi, everybody. There's Cal. Hi, Cal. Tickle, tickle, tickle. Tickle, 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 tickle. Woo! Cal Ripken, folks.
I am the Cal Ripken of birthday cake.
Let's see who's here in the Charm City chat, folks. By the way, we've got 87 people here already. Half have hit the like button. Sorry. Indigestion. Half have hit the like button. Half have not. For those who haven't, please do me a favor. Do the channel a favor. Do the BirdWatcher community a favor and just tap that thumbs up at the bottom of your screen. Much obliged, folks. Frank Baker Gaming is here. Edward Howe, Chilo, Matt, Joel, Charm City Entertainment, Edward Bowers, Froggy, Joel. Did I get you already? I'm already forgetting. Oh, crap. Now I just lost my place. Janet is here. Kurt M. Mike Davis. Lore is here. JJ popped in. Did I get Kurt M already? Disc Golf. William is here. Dropped a like. Thank you, William. Asia Robertson is here. Over here from JJ. Thank you, Asia. Oh, somebody gifted you a membership. The odds are that was from a very kind woman named Andrea. So that's who deserves the credit. Michael is here. William, Daniel Berry. Dylan Volk's 13-year-old victim. That is a mouthful. Vonnie is here. Wow, folks, a lot of chat activity before the first pitch. I can tell you guys are very much aware of the special occasion this is. All right. Rodney Davis is here. I think I got everybody. If I failed to mention your name, folks, it wasn't an intentional, avoidance. Just an oversight. All right, we are about ready. Things timed out pretty nicely here. And guess what? I do have what I think is, a working MLB TV account again. A couple of games there where things got weird. It was right after that Apple TV game in San Francisco, I think. I blame Apple TV for everything. We are ready for baseball, folks. The Orioles are not completely oranged out. They have white pants on, but they do have on their orange jersey tops. Dodgers in their classic gray with the Dodger blue trim. And here's the first pitch from Rogers to Ohtani, and he nails the outside corner with a fastball. Strike one. Ohtani, 46 home runs, 87 driven in, a .277 batting average. That pitch a foot and a half outside, and the count now 1-1. See what the weather's looking like for this game. You guys tell me how humid it is, because they don't tell me that. 75 degrees. How bad can it be? That pitch was borderline, knee high on the outside corner, but it goes Ohtani's way. The count is 2-1. And yes, folks, we've got a packed yard tonight. Even the upper deck in left field is full. There's a swing and a miss. Ohtani missed one low and away. The count is 2-2. Brennan Miller is the home plate umpire tonight. Let's see if he goes on my naughty list. 2-2 pitch. Laid off a sweeper that wound up almost in the dirt and well off the plate outside. Full count. Full count to the leadoff hitter of the ballgame, Shohei Ohtani. Here's the payoff pitch. He hits it into right, and that is down for a single. Ohtani is the real deal. He's not just a power hitter. He's a contact hitter as well. And he got on base. And now we got to worry about those legs of his. Leadoff man on with a hit. And that'll bring up Mookie Betts. Mookie hitting .250. That's one hit for every 4 at-bats, folks. I'm a math genius. First pitch to Mookie is in there for a strike. 15 homers, 61 RBI. The OPS is just a hair over 700, which is about 100 points lower than Mookie's used to. So he's not having his best offensive season here. Or even an average one for him. Here's a 1-1 from Rogers. First, he'll check on Ohtani, who's back standing. Rogers from the belt. Pitch is low and outside on the zone. It's fouled away by Betts. 2 strikes. By the way, no official update on Dean Kramer after having to come out of the game early last night with a forearm issue. What happened to my game? It just went black. There's a 1-2 pitch coming. Oh my God, it just skipped back to the beginning of the ceremony? Why does my game do this sometimes? Okay, we're back live. 1-2 the count on Betts. Runner at first. Nobody out. Just getting started here. Game 2 of this 3-game series. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Oh, a sinker up and away. Got Betts to go out of the zone, and that's the first strikeout of the night for Trevor Rogers.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear? Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Teoscar Hernandez is up next. Let's get a double play ball. Rogers' first pitch. That one's hit softly to Holiday. He's on the second base bag for one and throws to first to get the easiest double play he might ever get in his career. The Orioles turn 2. How about that? Folks, a double play ball wipes out any rally attempt by the Dodgers. Rogers winds up facing just the minimum 3 batters. We go to the bottom of the first. Dodgers nothing, and the Orioles are coming up. How about that? All right. Cal Ripken Jr. 30 years ago. Folks, if you want to share some memories of what makes you think about this occasion, what were you up to? Were you alive? Yeah. Again, for me, I'm 18 years old. It's my first week of college, September 95. On Point is here. Shante is here. Teresa Ayers is here. Hello, Teresa. Folks, we're down to what, 20 more games this season? Something like that? Getting a little bit choked up over here. Yeah, after tonight, 20 more games. And that's it. We're down to the 1/8 mark of the season. Joel was drinking Jello. First of all, can you drink a Jello shot? I just think you swallow them. I don't think there's any actual drinking. Or swallow might sound a little bit weird. You popped Jello shots. How's that? You popped them like a Mentos. All right, Yamamoto is pitching. First pitch, Holiday's going after it. Hits it to center field, relatively deep, but wrong part of the yard to hit a ball 380 feet or so. Because that will be an easy out. Holiday retired on one pitch. Defensively for the Dodgers, Alex Call is in left field. Andy Pajes is in center. Teoscar Hernandez is in right. Kike Hernandez at third base, Mookie at short, Miguel Rojas at second, and Freddie Freeman at first, of course. Ben Rortvedt doing the catching. Jeremiah Jackson, first pitch is a strike to him.
Jeremiah was a bullfrog.
Takes another pitch on the outside edge for strike two. So this is my first look, obviously, at Yamamoto facing us. I've seen a little bit of him pitch here and there. Jeremiah fouls off an 0-2 pitch. Well, I guess the one thing about Yamamoto that you really have to like if you're a Dodger fan, along with the stats he's putting up, is that he's staying healthy, which is something most of these other Dodgers starting pitchers can't say. They've had a lot of injuries with their starting pitching this season, and were not for that, they would probably be in a better position than just 2 games up on the Padres at this stage of the season. 0-2 pitch to Jackson is high. Last time Yamamoto pitched was on the 1st of the month. He went 7 innings against the Diamondbacks and struck out 10 batters without any walks, just 1 earned run, 4 hits. That is ace stuff. That is low. The count is 2-2 on Jeremiah.
Jeremiah was a bullfrog.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Yamamoto taking his time and now getting into his wind-up. Pitch is low. Jackson happy to take that pitch. Didn't offer it at all. It's a full count. Three and 2 on Jeremiah. 1 away, nobody on. Bottom of the first. The pitch hit on the ground to right side. First baseman Freeman has it. Unassisted put out. 2 down here in the bottom of the first. Maryland Lottery contestant of the game goes to Miss Cynthia Laxon of Glen Burnie, Maryland, folks. Did I do that in my Harry Carey voice? Cynthia Laxon of Glen Burnie, Maryland. Congratulations. You've won the lottery. That's probably not my best impression. I need time to get into it. Gunnar Henderson is up. Base is empty, 2 down. 1-0 the count. Now make it 2-0.
His name's Gunnar and he's dating my mom.
How's that going? All right, Gunnar. If you know anything about Cal, you know what it means to hit a big home run on a big occasion night like this. Cal was always ready to do it. You're our shortstop for the next generation, I guess. I don't know. How long are you going to be here, bud? But I hope some of that rubs off on you, Gunnar. 3-1 the count on Henderson. Hitters count. Let's see if he gets a good pitch to hit here. Not a good pitch to hit. And he chased ball 4 low and in. Swinging and missing at a cutter. Count has gone full. Payoff pitch coming up. Fouled away. We'll do it again. What's up? I was riding the bike trail today with Rock Lobster stuck in my head. Well, that's kind of what that song does. It's an earworm. There goes an earworm. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Gunnar strikes out. Well, I tell you, Gunnar seems less upset when he strikes out than when he hits a routine fly to left. I really don't understand Gunnar's behavior sometimes. Wouldn't he be more frustrated by not making contact at all than just by putting it in play, but it just being an out? I don't know. Anyway, that's the end of 1 inning, folks. No score between the Dodgers and the Orioles. On to the second. Tin roof. Rusted. Hugging and a kissing, dancing and a loving, wearing next to nothing 'cause it's hot as an oven. The whole shack shimmy. The whole shack shimmy. The whole shack shimmy while everybody's moving around and around and around and around. Everybody's moving, everybody's frugging, babies. Folks lining up outside just to get down. Funky little shack. Funky little shack. Bam, 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 bam. Bang, bang, bang on the door, baby. Knock it louder, sugar. Bang, bang, bang on the door, baby. I can't hear you. Bang, bang on the door, baby. Bang, bang on the door. Bang, bang on the door, baby. Bang, bang. Your what? Tin roof. Rusted. All right, we're back. Mike Mussina is sitting in the Oriole booth right now. Folks, we're looking at history. The Moose is back. The Moose is back. Freddie Freeman at the plate. The count is a ball and a strike. That one really, again, John Miller and Mike Mussina being here tonight probably is the one that hits me in the feels more than anything. These are two guys I just did not want to see leave this team. But for different reasons, they did. And neither have been back since, I believe, until tonight. Swing and a miss. Rogers strikes out Freddie Freeman. Sit down, Freddie.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear? Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
One away in the second. Alex Call was with the Nationals at the start of the season. I'm sure he's not upset to be moved from the Nationals to the Dodgers. Call, like, matrixes his body out of the way of a pitch up and in, but that one had the zone. The ump called it a strike, and never a good look for a batter to react to a pitch like that, only to be told it's a strike. Here comes the 0-2. Fouled back. Late on that swing, but just trying to stay alive on a fastball that might have been an inch or two high, too close to take. Good on Call to just foul that off. 0-2 pitch. Went with the sweeper low. And that is laid off. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, John Miller's here. He even got on microphone for the ceremony for a couple of minutes. And yeah, when he came out and took his hat off and bowed to the crowd, and then when I saw Musina come out, I just about lost it. This pitch is just off the outside edge on a 1-2 count. A changeup from Rogers. Good location. Trying to get the swing. And maybe get the call if not. Fastball fouled away. It's still 2-2. I'd like to listen in on what Musina and the broadcast team here are talking about, but I can't really hear. Here's a foul ball off to the right. Still 2-2. Hey, Scotty. Well, I can see why, Scotty. I mean, what's not to like? The guy had, venom in his blood, and when he pitched, I mean, he was all business on the mound. I mean, Musina's stare into the catcher to get a sign and throw a pitch was probably the most badass stare of any pitcher I remember growing up. Maybe I'm biased because he was my boy for so long. Check swing on a pitch low and call. The appeal says he didn't go. Full count. Yeah, Musina was all business on the mound. Great knuckle curveball. Yeah. His command was pinpoint. Here's a ground ball to Gunnar. He moves to his left, throws on the run, and gets call for the second out. Yeah, Musina put the ball where he wanted. He knew how to mix up the pitches, keep the hitters off balance. He was a pitcher's pitcher. I mean, he was in my view, I'm not comparing him to Greg Maddux, okay? But for an American League pitcher during that era, I really felt like as a right-hander, that was the American League's closest comp. Just every time he got the ball, you're pretty much certain you were going to win. Just had to give him a couple of runs and he'd be okay. Andy Pajes is up, 2 down, nobody on, and that pitch up and away to make the count 1 ball and 1 strike. First pitch was a strike. Here's a swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Rogers, 31 pitches now. Let's get this final out on this next pitch. That'll put us at 16 per inning, which I'm okay with. I don't want it to be much higher than that. Swing and a miss, and Rogers gets his out on that pitch. Another strikeout
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
And the Moose is shaking hands with Big Ben, Cakes, and Kevin Brown there in the Masson booth. So we've had our inning with Mike Mussina. I wonder if John Miller is going to be able to sit in. I hope so. There's nobody who I like listening talk about baseball more than John Miller, so it would be a real treat to have him in for an inning, even though I won't be able to hear it. But hey, let's remove this in-game stuff here for a minute, and let's make sure Cal's taking up a lot of this screen. Hey, folks, we are just a few subscribers away from 3,400. I don't know if you noticed up there in the opposite corner. We are just a handful of subscribers away from rolling it over a few, 3,400. For a night like this, folks, I feel like it's mandatory that we get there. I'll give you the exact number here in a sec, just to remind folks that that counter doesn't move, but for every 10 new subscribers, okay? That's what you get when you use a free app for a live sub count on your YouTube live stream. Hey, if you want to pay money, you can get it to move with every sub. But come on. Yeah, there's a reason why your boy's been around as long as he has. He knows when to avoid a BS price for something you don't need. I don't need that. Why isn't this opening, though? I'm trying to look in. Okay, we are 5 away. 5 away, folks. If you're watching and you're not subscribed, let me tell you, it's free. There's a button at the bottom of your screen that says subscribe. You click it. You'll be able to chat in the Charm City chat if you want. You don't need to, but you can. But more importantly, you're helping the channel grow. That's what these sub counts are all about. If you go to these YouTube channels, especially live stream channels like this, and you're wondering, why do they constantly push people to hit a like button? Like, is it really that big of a deal? Why do they want me to subscribe? What's the difference? It all helps the channel, I promise. It tells YouTube to push that channel and its content out to more people who have never seen it before. I appreciate your help on that, folks. Chris Berman is now sitting in the Masson booth. I think we're going to have a carousel of people we remember from this occasion 30 years ago sitting in tonight. Mountcastle starts this inning, and he is going to strike out. Sorry I didn't go pitch by pitch for Mountcastle, but Yamamoto struck him out on, I believe, 4 pitches. I think there was a foul ball in there. It was an 0-2 count. We can bring this back up, and maybe... Oh, it's too late. Here comes the milkman, folks. Get those cows up in the chat. Hauser takes one outside for ball 1. Well, folks, it doesn't seem like anybody's debating it anymore. Hauser is an all-or-nothing hitter right now. He can hit a bomb once a week, and about the rest of the time, he is striking out. He's got a 2-0 count here to begin his at-bat. Kevin Brown's got on a nicer-than-usual suit for the occasion tonight. Of course, if John Miller were here, he'd be in a tuxedo. Well, I mean, he's here, but if he was here as the announcer. Here's a fly ball down the left field line. Excuse me. It's going to be caught just going into foul ground down the left field line by Alex Call. That's the second out of the inning. I may have failed to go over the defense for the Dodgers. It's Call in left field, Pajes in center, Teoscar Hernandez in right, Kike Hernandez at third base. Mookie Betts at short. Miguel Rojas at second. Freddie Freeman at first. And Ben Rortvedt behind the plate. Emmanuel Rivera is up. He's got a count of 0-1 after a foul ball. 0-1 on Rivera with 2 down, bases empty. That pitch inside. A ball and a strike. Big Cuzzo is here. How you doing, Big Cuzzo? Rivera batting .260. He lays off that pitch a little bit outside. 2-1. Jordan Westburg is probably days away from rejoining the team and likely taking over for Rivera again at third base. Here's a comebacker to Yamamoto. Easy play here. 2 down. No, that's the end of the inning. End of the inning. Yamamoto has faced the minimum. We are 0 for 6 through 2 innings. We go to the third, and how could you not see this coming, folks, in what looks to be a pitching duel? These two pitchers have combined now for 4 innings, 1 hit, no walks with 5 strikeouts. I would expect more of the same. This might be the kind of a game where it makes sense to just go up there to try to hit a home run. Honestly, folks, you know me. I love my fundamental baseball. I love getting a runner on, getting a run over, and getting a runner in. And just scoring in as many different ways as possible. The more versatile your offense is in finding ways to score, the better your offense is going to be. That's all there is to it. You can't be one-dimensional. But in a tough matchup like this, where it could be a really low-scoring game, if you can't get that leadoff man on, if you're up there with two down, nobody on, facing a guy like Yamamoto, you should be going after. You should be trying to swing for the fences, honestly. Probably your best chance. All right. We've got over 100 people here. All right. Hey, as a Yankee fan, I'm getting tired of Jazz complaining about every strike call. Look, Scotty, you just got to be honest. And look, how long did it take for Yankee fans to go from fondling the cojones of Juan Soto to then basically saying, I wouldn't spit on that guy if he was on fire? You guys have a tendency to do a 180 on players real quick. But you have to admit, if Jazz was not on your team, you would think he was the biggest douchebag because he plays like he behaves like one. He does. And it's not like he didn't have that reputation before he got to New York. I'm not even blaming the whole Yankee aura for Jazz's douchebaggery, but you know, that's why when they signed him, I was like, oh, that's where he belongs. Miguel Rojas, a line drive down the left field line into the corner. Beavers will dig it out. It's a leadoff double by Rojas. And there's that little shimmy celebration the Dodgers have. Boy, they really, I mean, come on, you're the Dodgers. That's your, I just got a double celebration. It needs work. You look like one of those little windsock mascots like at a used car dealership where, you know, you blow the fan and they just start flopping around like this. Really? That's your celebration? Okay. All right. Whatever works. You've won a lot more World Series since '83 than we have, so who am I to judge? Runner at second, nobody out. Here's Kike Hernandez. First pitch is a ball from Rogers. And what happened here? Rogers kicked his leg up and then turned around. I was worried that was a balk. Apparently not. Okay. 1-0 on Hernandez. Runner at second, nobody out. The pitch. Laid off a changeup low and outside. It's 2-0. The next pitch is high. Yikes. 3-0 the count. You really want to get Kike and Rortvedt out. These 8-9 batters, nobody out. Ohtani's going to come up to hit in this inning. And wow, we just issued ball 4. Ball 4 and a pitch low and in. 2 men on with nobody out. We need a double play ball here. Even a strikeout still brings Ohtani up at 2 men on base. Let's get a double play so Ohtani can come up with 1 man on base. Please. Showing bunt is Rortvedt. He pulls the bat back, and that pitch is off the plate by a lot. Come on, Trevor. No need to be missing the zone that far when you're facing a left-handed third-string catcher who's like 36 years old and is hitting under 100. Go after this dude. And preferably try to get him to hit a ground ball. Chris Berman looking very animated in the Orioles broadcast booth. I wish I knew what he was saying. Another bunt shown, and it's a good one. Rivera will pick it up, throw to first, the only play. So there you go, folks. It's so hard to find a guy that knows how to lay down a bunt, and all you need is like a 36-year-old third-string journeyman backup catcher who's only playing because the first and second string guys are hurt. He knows how to lay one down. Second, you got to pitch around Ohtani here, don't you? Oh, comebacker over the mound, though. Only 1 play. And it'll be an RBI ground out for Shohei Ohtani. Ohtani drives in the run. First pitch he gets. Doesn't hit it hard. And it actually helps because the runner from third could easily score on that grounder on the infield. 1-0 Dodgers now. The other runner moved up to third base. There's 2 down. And Mookie Betts' first pitch to him is ball 1. Well, we need to score for Rogers. Ground ball to Rivera, a kind bounce, chest high. He throws across the diamond in time, and the inning is over. So Rogers gets into a jam. He does give up a run, but with the heart of that Dodger order coming up, Ohtani and Betts, all things considered, I think you'll take it. That walk to Kike Hernandez really hurt. It pushed Rojas up into scoring position. Oh, no, Rojas had a leadoff double. What am I talking about? Well, I'll tell you what it did. It set up a situation where we had to pitch to Ohtani. If we would have gotten Kike out, then Rortvedt probably doesn't bunt the runner over to third, and then you got a runner at second, 2 down if you get Rortvedt, and then maybe you think about pitching around Ohtani, or at least, I don't know. But if you told me Ohtani's going to hit a ground ball to drive in a run, I guess I can't complain. Hey, I'm eating breakfast. William, what the hell kind of question is that? And you took it away, but I read it already, William. I already read it. What are you talking about, man? Just in case anybody missed what William retracted, sorry, man, it's too late. William wanted to ask me, and forgive me for paraphrasing, I'm going to try to say it as accurately as I can. Hey, BW. There it is. I don't know why you're resending it. Is this worded better? I don't think it's going to change how weird it is. If you were to put yourself up for sale, how much do you think you would be worth? Are you asking me how much? Hey, BW, if you were a whore, what's your rate? Okay. Dylan Beavers. Folks, show me your beavers. I got to think about this question. How much am I worth? Only 1 million? The value of me as a human being and everything I can offer this world, 1 million is it? You might as well sell me for $1. Just throw me in the dollar store next to the can openers and the twisty ties or whatever the hell they got for sale over there. Folks, I need to see your beavers, honestly.
Nice beaver.
Thank you.
It's a 2-2 count on Beavers leading off the bottom of the third. All he does is get on base. Two pitch is high, full count. All he does is get on base. Dylan Beavers. There's Janet's beaver. Folks, don't be shy. I'm a professional. Believe me, I am well trained to look at your beavers. Dylan Beavers draws ball 4, a leadoff walk, and tell me once again that Dylan Beavers does not fit the profile of a leadoff hitter. Long at bat, drew a walk against one of the best damn pitchers in baseball. Meanwhile, Jackson Holliday, you know what he did as a leadoff man tonight? First pitch swinging, made it out. How do you not see what the makeup is of a leadoff hitter and recognize who's fit for the job? And why did you just anoint Holliday as the leadoff man of the future so early? It screams to me that Matt Holliday forced your hand to do that. I have no evidence. Basayo just fouled one off his right knee, it looks like. Hopefully he's going to be able to just shake it off, but he's favoring his right knee and wincing. Probably going to get the trainer out. There he is. Right off the right knee, maybe just above it. Holliday does swing at the first pitch a lot, Scotty, but not as much as he was first half of the season. He has shown some signs of trying to look more like what a leadoff hitter should, but tonight wasn't the case. I mean, if he does get a first pitch in an at-bat that he likes, he's going to swing at it. I think that is a philosophy that is ingrained, and it's never going to change. But if that first pitch isn't to his liking, he'll take it and maybe work the count a little bit. A pitch is wild. That pitch is wild. Beavers scampers up to second base. Second night, the Dodgers having trouble with wild pitches. It led to the Orioles' first run of the game last night. The only other run we scored was the 2-out bottom of the ninth walk-off homer. 2-1 pitch to Basayo is inside. 3 balls and a strike. Let me play a bugle and fix my vocal cords here. Okay. Come on. 3-1 to Slammin' Sammy is low for ball 4. Back-to-back walks by the kids, Dylan Beavers and Sammy Basayo.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
Here comes a slightly older kid, Kobe Mayo. Mayo had a really nice hit last night. Just got to get more consistent. Sub 200 batting average most of the season. First pitch is a curveball. He lays off. It's a strike. First and second, nobody out. And again, fundamental baseball would tell you that a good team drives in at least one run to tie the game in this situation. Can we figure that out? Can Mayo, at bare minimum, give us a productive out? Or is this whole team just given a philosophy by the hitting coach that you're up there to drive in runs? How about we just keep the line moving here? Any way we can. Mayo fouls it back. It's a ball and 2 strikes. William, that is the most convoluted riddle I've ever read. I've got a migraine just reading it. What is this? What is this riddle? 1 and 2 on Mayo. I'm done with this essay. Oh my God. Wow.
Big buck. Big buck. Stop it all.
Honestly, was that joke found on the back of a placemat at Denny's? Kobe Mayo strikes out. No productive out for us. This is what I'm talking about, folks. Can't make contact. I mean, I know we're facing a tough pitcher here. What's messed up? What happened? Ground ball by Holiday. This could be 2. Return throw is in time, and there's your non-rally. Holy cow. Two on, nobody out, and we don't even get a guy to third with 3 chances. It really is. You can't tell me that that's not on coaching. You can't tell me. Get rid of Ashy and everybody else involved with our plate approach. I'm sick of this shit. 2 on, nobody out. Do something. Put the ball in play. And if you do, how about not a double play? Jesus. I need a lucky. I'll be back. I'm fine. Be back.
This is great iced tea.
He met a strange friend in the Chesapeake Bay when Mondi the monster.
Oh, I should probably close my Discord. All right, top of the fourth, Trevor Rogers. First pitch to Kike Hernandez, or is it Teoscar? Oh, we got a Hernandez. Which is it? It's Teo. Teo Hernandez is up. 0-1 pitch, low and in, 1-1. Hey, folks, how about a little bit of trivia? Talking about 30 years ago tonight. We're going to start with some easy stuff, and then it'll get harder as we go. But let's see. Nobody cheat. Oh, we've got Cal mic'd up in the crowd, sitting in the front row. Teoscar Hernandez fouls off a 2-1 pitch, count even up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. So, folks, September 6, 1995, the Orioles played the Los Angeles Angels at Camden Yards. Who was the starting first baseman that night for the Orioles? We'll start off easy and we'll get harder. Did I just say we'll get harder? Sorry. Freudian slip. 2-2 pitch. Fouled away. Folks, come on. We're going to interact for a change. And nobody cheat and look stuff up. Okay? Go by memory. Trust me, I'm starting easy, so that should give you a pretty good hint. Who was the starting first baseman for the Orioles on the night of the streak? He was here tonight for the ceremony. There's a little bit of a help. Ground ball by Teoscar, foul. It's still 2-2. Holy cow, this chat. Hey, Mr. Hyde. All right. Boy, this trivia is getting off to a flying start. Look at so many guesses. So many people interacting. Swing and a miss. Teoscar strikes out.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear? Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
All right, we got our first answer. Rafi Palmeiro started at first base. This should be pretty easy as well. Who was our starting catcher? Starting catcher for the Orioles on the night of the streak. Freddie Freeman at the plate. First pitch is a strike. And yeah, don't cheat. Come on, people. 0-1 pitch. That's hit hard. If that ball stays up, it's on the flag court. No, it's off the top of the scoreboard. Jeremiah's got to hurry and get this ball back in, or Freeman's going to think 3. Freeman's going for 3, and he's going to make it. Man, Jackson has got to be quicker at fielding that ball off the wall. That extra base is all on Jeremiah Jackson. I don't think he can give him an error. George Floyd? Okay, John, he can stop participating in the trivia. Just a senseless guess, and I don't know what kind of statement you're trying to make with it. Anyway, the Dodgers are in business with only 1 out, and now a runner at third base. Ground ball stopped by Rivera at third. Holds Freeman to the base and throws out the hitter. Oh, my. Yes, folks. Chris Hoyles is the correct answer. Well done. Chris Hoyles. He was our primary catcher in those years. He was behind the plate that night. Yeah, folks. First come, first serve on the guesses. Here's Andy Pajes. Takes off the plate, ball 1. All right, I'm telling you, they're going to get more difficult as we go. This is probably going to be the last super easy one. Who was playing in center field for the Orioles on this night? 1995. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1 on Pajes. 2 down, runner at third. Pitch. That ball reached for. Come on, get to it. Beavers charging in, makes the catch. That ball hung up there for him. Hit off the end of the bat. Ripken's got a little bit of sweat on his head holding with that mic. Yeah, he's got a suit on. It's probably still humid. Now he's got headgear on. Starting center fielder. Harold Baines never played center field, at least not to my knowledge. He didn't have that kind of mobility. He was a DH and maybe corner outfielder. Starting center fielder. Devereaux's a decent guess. Folks, come on. Sideburns. Sideburns. The first leadoff hitter to hit 50 home runs in the history of the game. And of course he was juiced, but so was everybody else. He was also here for the ceremony tonight. He was an Oriole his entire career. John! Brady Anderson. There you go. My God. If these are this hard, if you can't remember Palmeiro at first, Brady in center, and Hoyles behind the plate, then the rest of this is going to be really bad. Oh, my. All right. All right. This is probably the last one where, again, at least you should know the name. Brady wasn't always corner. Brady played a lot of center field, Derek. Go check the baseball Wikipedia page, baseball reference. He played a lot of center field. I know he played corner too, but he played plenty of center field. You got to remember, Mike Devereaux wasn't an everyday player a lot of the years that he and Brady were on the team. Brady was playing in center. Devereaux was on the bench a lot, especially against righties. Do you know about those old red plastic sketchboard with white knobs? Are you talking about an Etch-a-Sketch? It's called an Etch-a-Sketch, William. Yeah, I think we all had them if we were kids of the 70s or 80s. There's actually no proof Brady was juiced. Okay, Dylan, he's just a guy that would average 13 home runs a year and then suddenly hit 50 with 3 extra inches on his biceps after, a 4-month layoff. Okay, no proof. You're saying there's no proof, but there's just as little evidence to say that he didn't do it, right? It's almost like saying proving that there's a God and proving that there's not a God. Like, you can't really have it either way. But, common sense would tell me that between the era we were playing in and the grand leap in power production would lead me to believe that something was going on. Yeah, and he never came close to it again. Right. Look, folks, there's a difference between a guy averaging 13 home runs a year having a 30-homer year once, but a 50-homer year. Also, remember, by the mid-90s, the 50 home run club was a very small one since like the 61 Maris and Mantle battle. I think Cecil Fielder got there. I mean, there weren't many 50 home run hitters in baseball. Never mind a lanky leadoff hitter that had, again, like a dozen home runs in any previous history at any level. So, yeah, there's my circumstantial evidence. He didn't gain any biceps. Next time you have free time, search YouTube for Brady. And what? Because the content creator who made that video is going to convince me that he didn't juice? What is he going to do? Show me some photo comparisons? Does he have the Zapruder film? Come on, man. Again, I can't prove that he did, but you can't prove that he didn't. That's just the way it is. That's the fact. Gunner's up with an 0-2 count. I'm sorry, man, but that's the way it is. It's something really not worth arguing because neither of us can sit here and definitively say, I know for sure. I'm going off circumstantial evidence that looks pretty damning to me. This pitch is low to Gunnar Henderson. We got 1 out, nobody on. It's a 1-0 Dodger lead in the bottom of the 4th. 1-2 the count on Gunnar. Yamamoto's pitch is going to be a high chopper to second. And Gunnar will be thrown out. 2 away. All right, moving on from Brady, I guess. I should go watch something. I love it when people tell me, you should look into your Oriole history a little more, as if I haven't been digesting it my entire life. But anywho, who can tell me who was DHing the night the streak was broken? It's a name you know, and it's probably going to be the last easy one on this lineup card from 1995. Ryan Mountcastle's at the plate. First pitch is ball 1. 2 down, nobody on.
Okay, mount up.
What happened now? Because, Dylan, you're telling me that if I go watch a video, like that video is somehow gospel. Again, why don't you just tell me what in the video provides indisputable evidence that he did not juice? How can that be explained in a documentary of any kind? Harold Baines is the correct answer. And again, I'd love to be wrong, but my point is I can admit that I can't say 100%, but you can't say 100% that for sure he didn't juice. You don't know. You might not want him to have. It might sit better for you thinking that he didn't do it, and if there's somebody out there who feels the same and made a video about it to help, like seal what you're already feeling. Oh, I found somebody who thinks the way I do about this. So since they made a video about it, well, then there you go. Case closed. That's not how it works, dude. That's not how it works. So you mean to tell me if I just make a video about whatever opinion I have about anything, then now it's truth? As long as you watch it. Okay, man. Apparently there's a magical video out there. Damn. I guess how long has it been on YouTube? I'm guessing it's less than 20 years old. I've had a long time probably to see it, but I'm going to move on now. This inning is over, and I've allowed this topic to interfere with my calling of the game. That's on me. But here's where we are right now. We are going to the 5th inning with the Dodgers up 1-0. All right, great. I think I've earned myself a lucky strike. Oh, I'm not even on camera. Easy. I'll be right back. All right, top of the 5th. Is that where we are? Okay. 0-1 the count on Miguel Rojas. He's 1 for 1. Next pitch is off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. All right. Who can name 2 players from the Angels lineup that night? Name me 2 players from the Angels lineup the night they broke the streak. They had about 4 or 5 guys whose names you should remember if you watched baseball back then. They have some all-stars here. Can you give me a couple of names of some California Angels at this game 30 years ago? Starting pitcher counts as well. 1-2 the count on Miguel Rojas. Ben McDonald is in the Oriole dugout right now with a camcorder that looks like it's out of 1995. Tim Salmon and Chuck Finley? Chuck Finley didn't pitch. Salmon is there. No Dave Winfield. Salmon hit third that night and went 3 for 4 with 2 RBI. This ball's hit out to left center and is going to split the gap. Cowser will get it right before it gets to the wall, but that is an double all the way for Rojas again? Damn, Miguel Rojas is in a mood tonight. That's his second hit. Salmon and Garrett Anderson. Too nice for you? You got it. JT Snow was also in the lineup. All right, that's nuts. You guys are better at naming the Angels who played that night than the Orioles. What is going on with that? Kike Hernandez, first pitch, ball 1. All right. The way this game is going, you got to figure out how to keep that runner from second from scoring. Fouled at the plate, 1-1 on Kike. Other guys in the lineup, Tony Phillips led off. Jim Edmonds hit second. Salmon third. Chili, the cleanup hitter. JT Snow hit fifth. Garrett Anderson sixth. Jorge Fabregas was the catcher. Remember him? Rex Hudler played second base, and Damian Easley was the shortstop. Fly ball to right, and that'll slice into the stands. Wow, Kike looked like he was ready to run on contact, but that ball was way foul. I don't know what he was thinking. Imagine someone telling you, you don't want to watch it because you don't want to be proven wrong. Like as if there was clear, indisputable evidence that Brady didn't juice so we could clear his name and I can enjoy the fact that he hit 50 home runs the natural way. Why wouldn't I want to absorb that information? And, make the legacy of Brady Anderson a better one. Why wouldn't I want that? Here's a fly ball foul off to the left. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Still on Kike Hernandez. Rogers is about to throw his 70th pitch of the night. Yeah, that Angel lineup did sound pretty good, didn't it? When Garrett Anderson is like your number 6 hitter. Here's one off the end of the bat. That's going to fall in front of Jeremiah for a base hit. Rojas will stop at third. The Dodgers are in business here. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Runners at the corners and nobody out. All right, folks. Getting back to the Orioles lineup that night. Here's where it gets difficult. All right, here's the least difficult of the bunch, I guess. The name you know, but the position might throw you off a bit. I guess that's a little bit of a clue. Who was playing in right field for the Orioles? on the night of the streak. Popular name, multi-time All-Star, and also a very famous contract. Oh, no, Basayo. Oh, crap. Basayo got one on his glove hand on a foul ball. I don't know if the ball, I'm thinking the bat might have hit his hand on the backswing. But Basayo immediately being checked on by the trainer, and his body language is not one you want to see. Oh, no, it was a foul ball on a bunt attempt. It looks like it hit off his fingers. I have to think nothing's broken. I mean, that ball, by the time it's bunted and then hits his hand, it can't be coming in that hard. I'm sure it hurts. But I don't think it's a on point. On point gets it. Bobby Bonilla was the cleanup hitter that night. Went 1 for 4 with an RBI. In fact, he hit a home run. In fact, Palmeiro hit 2 home run balls on the night of the streak. Bonilla hit 1, and of course, Cal hit 1 himself. Why wouldn't he? Always rising to the occasion in the biggest of moments his entire career. Sammy is going to try to stay in this game. They're going to allow him to just play toss with the pitcher to make sure that his... I said it was his glove hand. I was wrong. It's his throwing hand. And he's testing it out right now. I will put it out. It's almost over. So after some tosses down to second base, oh, that one toss went over the head of Gunnar. Oh, boy, folks. Come on. Honestly, take him out of the game. I don't, if it's this close of a call, I don't want him to exacerbate whatever the issue is. Take him out of the game, and hopefully it's just a day or two of a little bit of swelling or something. Take him out of the game, man. Mancelino's taking them out of the game. Okay, good. You're making the right call, Tony. I mean, Basayo might be able to battle through it, but why? Put him in plastic, bubble wrap, and call it a night. Alex Jackson probably going to come in, but yeah, I think Maverick Hanley got sent back down. So we should be seeing Alex Jackson in the ball game here in a moment. So yeah, Bobby Bonilla in right field. Now here's where it gets tough. We've got 3 more batters in this lineup, and I dare you to get these right. Who played second base for the Orioles? And again, you know the popular name that would be the obvious guess, but there's a reason why I'm telling you it's difficult. It's not who you think it is. It's somebody else. We've got a delay here, as Alex Jackson is probably going to put his catching gear on and play warm-up toss with Rogers. Who's Rogers throwing to right now? I guess Jackson's already out there. Second base. Nope, not Alomar on point. Just like I'm saying, it's not the obvious one. Rene Gonzalez, solid guess, but no. You guys are going to remember this name. He was supposed to become something, but he just never made it, really. Never really made it as a regular. Too nice for you. Just to be sure, too nice. Can you give me a last name? I just want to be sure. Let Too Nice type in a last name. Nobody steal this, because there's a lot of Mannies out there. Which man are you talking about on point? Or, I'm sorry, Too Nice? Nope, not B-Rob. Too nice for you. Come on, buddy. You're halfway there. Alex, Manny, he can't just type Alexander. You give me a first name and then half of a last name. Yes, Manny Alexander, folks. If you remember Manny Alexander, he was at second base that night. All right? Oh, so Too Nice wasn't even sure. All right, you thought that was tough. Who played third base? Ben Rortvedt has a count of 0-1. Manny Pacquiao. I got to close this door behind me. I'll be right back. Hold on. I have to attend to something. It's an 0-1 count on Rortvedt. First and third, nobody out. All right. That was a lot like a theological debate. One person using evidence, another person going by a book, or in this case, a video, for their arguments. Sounds a whole lot like something I know. What happened here? Rortvedt semi-successfully sacrifices. He moves the runner up from first to second. Runner at third stays put. So one out. Second and third, Ohtani coming up. No, not Melvin Moore, not Craig Worthington, not B.J. Surhoff. Ground ball foul by Ohtani. This is one that even I would not have, if given like an hour, would probably come up with. It's a name. You remember it once you hear it, if you remember the team, but definitely a bench player that was starting that night for whatever reason. No to all these guesses so far. It's 0-2 on Ohtani. So Rogers going right after him. And it could be another RBI traded for an out with Ohtani at the plate. Here's a foul back. It's still 0-2. Brooks was there playing third base. 1995. He came out of 18 years of retirement at the age of 59 to play third base. No Stanky. Folks, I think I'm just going to have to tell you this one because this is too tough. 0-2 pitch. Popped foul by Ohtani. He chased a very high pitch. Honus Wagner. Moonlight Graham, BW? No. No, don't what? Don't give the answer? Well, then I'm delaying extra trivia. Swing and a miss! Rogers strikes out Ohtani on a slider off the plate. Oh, Trevor strikes out Shohei. Second and third, one out, and he struck him out.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Oh, doctor. Let's get out of this inning. Mookie, line drive, caught by Gunner. He dropped it. God damn it, Gunner. Damn. Come on, Gunner. What are you doing, man? You just gave up a run, dude. Line drive to Gunner. He had to leave his feet a little bit, and he dropped it. In the glove and out. Oh, boy. A run comes in. It's 2-0. Hey, Soren. If you're at the ball game, you know what to do. I need my bird watchers to spread the word about the channel. Have a good time at the game. Spread the word about the BirdWatcher. Tell people, hey, whip out your phone. Type this in. Hit subscribe. Thank me later. Oh, Gunnar. Gunnar just... Oh, what a blooper reel play that was. 2-0 Dodgers. First and third with 2 down. Tough. You just know these runs are at a premium tonight with this pitching matchup. To give one up like that really, really hurts. Fouled away by Teoscar Hernandez. He's 0 for 2. Anybody, you guys, you tell me to keep going. No, it's not Leo Gomez. Nobody has yet to name the third baseman in the lineup for the streak snapping 21-31 game 30 years ago tonight. I'll tell you this, he hit 8th in the lineup, and he was not an everyday player. Unless maybe there was an injury and he filled in for a stretch. But if a full healthy team, this guy was not an everyday player. Not David Segui. I don't think Segui ever played third base. Corner outfield, first base. I don't remember Segui ever at third. Yeah, I know Leo played third. He was our starter in 89. I think by 95, though, he was gone. It's not Mantos. It's not Bordick. Swing and a miss by Teoscar. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Folks, I'm going to have to tell you. Because in my heart of hearts, unless you're cheating, I don't think you're going to come up with this. And when I tell you, you're going to agree. You're going to be like, you know what? You're right, BW. This was one to just give us the answer to and move on. This is the 82nd pitch of the night from Rogers. 2 down in the 5th inning. Runners at the corners. The 1-2 to Teoscar Hernandez. Hit out to right. Not going to be enough to get out of here. It is short of the track. Jeremiah Jackson reels it in, and the inning is over. Unfortunately, the Dodgers get their second run on, what are they calling it? I mean, he had to leave his feet to make a leaping grab. I don't know if, yeah, they're not giving an error. But Gunnar will tell you he should have made that play, and with the fallout of not making that catch, leading directly to a run scored, to me, that's the pure definition of an error. Oh, folks, this is now an official game, and the Orioles are recognizing the moment, and we are enjoying 21-30. Sam Horn playing third base. Jeff Hewson. Too nice for you. Did you cheat, man? Jeff Hewson, you did it. Wow. Somebody remembers Jeff. There it is. I told you it would get tougher, folks. I tried to give you as many hints as I could. Well, congratulations. Too nice for you. All right, so we are having a break in the ball game. And here comes Cal out onto the field. Rafi Palmeiro is pushing him out. And is he going to do a lap? Is he going to do a lap on his feet? Please go around the entire ballpark, Cal. Please. They didn't do it pregame. He was in a car. There's Al Bunbury. Come on, there he goes. He's over it. Come on, Cal. Make the full lap, man. Make the full lap. This is what I wanted to see. I was praying. I'm not a praying man, folks. I am not a praying man. But I was praying. No, Cal, don't turn around. The full lap, dude. The full lap. Oh, Cal, don't go back into the dugout, man. Come on, man. Come on, Cal. We demand you go all the way around. Oh, he's already being interviewed by Ben. I bet you Cal said something. I bet you that organization was like, hey, man, how about you do another lap? Cal's like, come on, man. Wait, well, now he's heading over to the opposite side of the... No, is he going back into the dugout? Come on, Cal. I wanted to see him go all the way around. He's old, but this is the last chance, Jen. He's old, but he's not that old. He can get around the damn field. I mean, you know, the 40-year anniversary, he's definitely not going to be able to do it. But now would have been that final time. I mean, I just wanted to see it. I know I'm a what do you call it? I'm a greedy guy. 21-31. 30 years. Okay. Well, I mean, you got the laughing emoji. I know you're joking. There's Ryan in the front row. Folks, Colton Cowser is going to lead off in the bottom of the fifth. And what is now an official... No, it's not an official game, though, because we're trailing. See, this moment would not have happened at this stage of the game, because the trailing team needs to get their fifth at-bats in before the game is official. Being the home team and having the lead going into the bottom of the fifth, that made it an official game 30 years ago, but we're trailing. This game ain't official yet. Chilo with the customary too bad comment. Honestly, Chilo, really, come on, man. Were you around for when Cal was playing and broke this streak? And are you looking at where we are as a team this year? You would say to yourself, you know what, for one night, I'm not going to worry about the result of the game as much as I am going to enjoy reliving one of my favorite memories of this Orioles franchise. I mean, I'm not worried about... Yeah, I want to see us mark the occasion with a win. I do. Who doesn't? But I'm not about to let a 2-0 deficit be my focus while I'm watching my hero get honored on a very special anniversary. Folks, get some cows up in the chat. Colton Cowser's due, folks. All right, look. He's had a bad season. He's striking out way too much, but we do know he can hit the home run ball, and I'd say he's due for his next one. Did you see Ryan's post praising his mother? It seems strange on the 21-31 anniversary, especially knowing what happened to the marriage. I did not see the post, so I can't really comment on it, but it does seem a strange day to bring up your mom when it's all about your dad's day. Yeah, I don't know. No comment. It's a 1-2 count on Cowser. Yeah, Chilo, I'm telling you, that's got to be your focus. Because honestly, like I said, you talk about the 30-year window between 66 and 95, where we won all of our World Series, all of our pennants, the era of Earl Weaver and the Oriole way, all the way up into those mid-90s Orioles who got back into the playoffs. Those 30 years were chock full of memories. These last 30 years, not so much. Colton Cowser strikes out again, one away in the bottom of the fifth. So, you know, for us old fogies out there who have spent the last 30 years waiting, or really last 40 years in terms of pennant, to take in a memory as fond as the streak, it supersedes everything else. You know, Emmanuel Rivera has ball one out, nobody on. That ball's lifted to right center, but it's not going to carry It falls into the glove of Teoscar Hernandez, 2 away. Yamamoto is cruising right now. There's a shot of Big Ben on the night of the occasion. And again, he had a camcorder just like he does tonight. Tonight's camcorder, a little more modern, but it looks almost the same. Dylan Beavers, folks, it's time once again for you to show me your beavers.
Nice beaver.
Thank you.
Dylan Beavers, all he does is get on base. Walked his first time up tonight. 1-0 pitch is a strike. Yeah, we can talk about the no-no because it's the other team. No hits yet for Baltimore. Pitch off the plate, it's 2-1. Two and one on the Beeve. That's a strike. A fastball that was rising to the top of the zone at 97 miles an hour. 2-2 the count. If you had a beaver for sale, what would it be worth? I would never sell a beaver. I might buy. Beavers strikes out to win the inning. And yeah, the Orioles on Ripken's night. Oh, am I still off camera? I'm sorry, folks. I don't know what I'm doing here. What are you doing? I'm in here by the Oriole dugout, you know? Hey, Cal. How about you high five me, buddy? Where you at? Hey, Cal, come here, man. Hey, Cal, come here. Give me a hug, man. Give me a hug. Come on, Cal. I love you, buddy. Come here. Come here. Give BW a big old hug. Come on, Cal. Bring it in. Bring it in. William with the random comment about rising waters. Okay. Well, I'm on the other side of the planet, so I guess that won't affect me. Guess seeing the legends today couldn't even inspire our current players. Chilo, are you familiar with the late 90s SNL reoccurring sketch called Debbie Downer? Matter of fact, I'm about to get a sound clip just for Chilo. Give me a Debbie Downer sound clip to play for every one of these comments I get from Chilo. Holy cow. Maybe I can even get the little theme song. Let's see what we can find here. Oh, here's the theme song. It might be it right here. Freddie Freeman against Trevor Rogers. First pitch is up and in. Let's see what we get.
You're enjoying your day, everything's going your way, and along comes Debbie Downer. Always there to tell you about a new disease, a car accident or killer bees. We beg her to spare you, Debbie, please, but you can't stop Debbie Downer.
Chilo, you brought this on yourself. That's going into the soundboard. Oh, I don't need to look up Eeyore in the soundboard, Janet. I can just do a pretty good impression myself. Swing and a miss by Freeman. The count is 2-2. Bases empty, nobody out, top of the sixth. Piglet, where could I find a pot of honey? I'm not sure, Winnie. Oh, pooh. I would love some honey. I really love to eat honey. I will break into people's houses and take their honey. I have no moral compass. All right. Full count. Full count on Freddie Freeman. The pitch. Swung on and fouled. Grounded behind the plate. We'll do it again. Rogers' next pitch will be number 90. Just starting the 6th inning here. Oh, bother. Christopher Robin. Christopher Robin. I need my honey fix. Ground ball into left field. A leadoff single for Freeman. Christopher Robin. You're the one that got me hooked on honey. Don't leave me hanging. I'm hurting, bro. I need honey. I need it now. I'm jonesing. I'm going through withdrawal. Oh, bother. I don't know what I'm doing. 1 on, nobody out. Alex Call. He's grounded out twice tonight. He's got a count of no balls, 1 strike. Next pitch. Line drive, base hit in the left. Rogers has let the first 2 men on in this inning. He's up to 92 pitches. This might be the first time in a long time Rogers might not be able to go 6 innings. We should think about getting somebody up at this stage. I mean, we're in the 90s on the pitch count. Regardless of how effective he's been, he's let the first 2 men on. He's up in the 90s. Let's get somebody ready to replace him. Andy Pajes is up. Swing and a miss. Had a change up out in front of it. Yeah, that's what he's thinking, Chilo. That's what you would think if you were pitching. But that's the difference. Hold on. I've got something to play.
You're enjoying your day, everything's going your way. When along comes Debbie Downer, always there to tell you about a new disease, a car accident or killer bees. We beg her to spare you, Debbie, please, but you can't stop Debbie Downer.
All right. 0-2 on Pajes. There's a shot of Ken Griffey Jr. in the crowd. I say in the crowd. I mean, he's sitting in an area where I'm sure you can't just walk up and go, hey, Griff, how you doing? 0-2 on Pajes. Another 0-2 swung on and missed. All right, Rogers, the strikeout pitch is still going here in the 6th.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear? Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Nice pitch. And that's going to do it for Rogers. That's strange. You left him in there for Pajes. Well, Rojas, who's coming up, has 2 hits off of Rogers already tonight. Both of them doubles. So maybe the thinking is not only is the pitch count where we want to not go further with Trevor Rogers, he has given up a pair of doubles to the next batter. Maybe somebody else can have better luck. So we are going to the bullpen. Rogers goes 5 1/3 innings. Gave up 8 hits along with 1 walk. So not a standard night for him compared to his last dozen or so starts. 96 pitches. He struck out 6. 2 earned runs, but he's got 2 men on base, his responsibility. ERA at the moment, 1.51. Unfortunately, all it can do is go up from here tonight if those inherited runners come in, 1 or 2. Current box score has the Dodgers with 2 runs on 8 hits, no errors. The Orioles, zeros across the board. Zeros across the board. Sean Dubin is going to come in to relieve Rogers. The right-hander will get Rojas. And unless we get a double play ball or something, Kike Hernandez will hit next. Couple of right-handed bats coming up. I swear, if this song gets me a copyright claim...
You're enjoying your day, everything's going your way. Then along comes Debbie Downer. Always there to tell you about a new disease, a car accident or killer bees. We beg her to spare you, Debbie, please. But you can't stop Debbie Downer.
Here we are. Dubin is on. Rojas at the plate. First pitch. I'll have to tell you in a sec. What's the count? Put it up there, Masson. What are you doing? That one's off the plate. There's ball 1 at least. Was that the first pitch? I thought I saw a pitch already. I'm seeing things. The count is 1-0 on Miguel Rojas. There's a strike. A sweeper from Dubin on the outside corner. Huh? I'm reading the comment that was removed, and I have no idea what it means. Probably for the best that I have no idea what it means. 2-2 the count on Rojas. Major League One. What is this? What? William, are you suggesting to redirect people to another channel? Wow. Amazing. 2 on and 2 out for Kike Hernandez. Here's a fly ball to right. Jackson is coming in. He is under it. He's got it. The inning is over. So Dubin comes in and helps Trevor Rogers escape. The 2 men he left on base do not score. Bottom of the 6th coming up. The Dodgers are ahead 2-0. All right. What in the hell? Jesus, Bobby. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what people are doing. I mean, my boy's got an Oriole logo for an avatar, and he's got Magic member binoculars. He's a Magic member. I don't know if that was a gift or what, but... who knows? Bottom of the 6th is coming up. Cowser, Rivera, and Beavers are due up. How many pitches is Yamamoto on? I'd like to know. 72? That's it? All right. And it's only the 6th, so he'll definitely come out for the 6th. It was a gift membership? Okay, that makes sense. How do you like that? Somebody gives you a gift, and your idea of returning the favor is advising people to go watch baseball somewhere else. Hey, folks, one player left in the lineup from the 1995 Iron Man streak snapping game, or breaking, I guess. And this guy played left field that night. He hit ninth. All I'll say is that his name is extremely common. If you were to go back in time and open up this thing called the Yellow Pages and looked up this name, it would be next to probably 50 other names just like his. That's how common of a first and last name this guy has. That's the only clue I can give you. Oh, I'm not flushing. I mean, look. Comment was removed. Shot was fired. Any more funny business from then on? Look, I'll be honest, folks. Directly insult me, you're gone. Be here simply to spoil what's going on in the game, you're gone. Saying something as mind-boggling as, hey, there's other baseball on another channel. Yeah, that's a dumb thing to bring up, but I'll give you another chance. That ball hit to left field, and Alex Jackson has been retired. Jackson on now for Basayo. What's the... Everybody wants a flush. Look, you want the sound effect? Will that appease? Here it is. All right. That boy ain't right. One out, nobody on. Kobe Mayo at the plate. First pitch is a strike. Folks, get those Mayo jars up. We need some offense, please.
Just get it all on there. Just spread it out.
Brady was in center field. That guess was already... There's a movie? Okay. Fair enough, William. I'm only going off of, I don't know. Fair enough. Again, that's why I didn't want to just flush you out. Because, again, it didn't seem... that's the second out of the inning anyway. A comebacker to Yamamoto. John Miller is sitting in. All right, shut up, everybody. I want to hear my favorite announcer talk. Quiet, everyone. We're not getting no hit. Enough. Unless you're trying to do the reverse jinx so that we break it up. Jackson Holliday, 0-1 the count. 2 down, nobody on. Make it 0-2. All right, so there was a mistake. We're going to clear it up, and everything's going to be copacetic, okay, folks? It's all good. Nobody is going to be put in the stocks. Nobody's going to have tomatoes thrown at them with this. This is fine. We'll be okay. Let's just get on base. 1-2 pitch. Bounces in there. 2-2 on Holiday. Yamamoto at 83 pitches. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Holiday's down on strikes. And the beat goes on. Folks, did anybody have any more guesses for our left fielder the night of the streak? I don't think you're going to get it, although somebody eventually got Jeff Hewson. John Miller is sitting in on an Orioles broadcast for the first time in about 28 years. Yes, Mr. Hyde. Do we have a first name? Remember, it's such a common name. You're going to have to give me the first one, too. But you're halfway there. You're halfway there, Mr. Hyde. You are halfway there. Folks, give me 1 sec, and I'll be right back. I'll go, but I'll put up the board. There we go. I think I saw. Yeah, Mac. Mac is here. Mac, good evening to you and to your wife. I hope she's doing well. Smith, did we get the first name? Jim? No. Leonardo. Yeah, it's your typical everyday name, Leonardo. Jim Smith? No. No Jim, no John. All right, you got a 1 in 4 chance. Name one of the gospel writers. Name one author of a gospel, and you'll have a 25% chance. Oh, no problem. Mac. Yes, Mark. Sorry, I said Mark because that's the answer. Mark Smith. In left field. There we go. That's the whole lineup, folks. Brady led off. Manny Alexander batted second. Raffy was third. Bonilla hit cleanup. Cal hit fifth. Baines sixth. Hoyle seventh. Jeff Hewson eighth. And Mark Smith hit ninth. Now, we all know who was on the mound, right? He was here tonight to mark the occasion, so probably obvious. Ben Rortvedt at the plate, 0-1 the count. And we've got Albert Suarez on the mound, folks. Hey, hey, hey. It's Big Albert. And I'm going to pitch an inning for you. And Bill's going to spike a drink or two. See what I did there? It's a little joke. 0-2 on Rortvedt. He has 2 sacrifices tonight. When's the last time we've had a batter in our lineup with 2 sacrifices? I made a funny. Boy. 1-2 count. Suarez's pitch lifted into right center. It's going to drop in for a hit. Another leadoff man on for L.A. What? What happened on point? Let me guess. I made you spit out a drink onto your computer or phone, and now I've ruined your electronic device. What happened, man? Shohei Ohtani is up. He's 1 for 3. He's also got an RBI ground out. This ball's hit to left center field. We've got a beat on it. Beavers makes the catch. Ohtani retired. So far, we're keeping Ohtani relatively quiet through the first 2 games. He's got an RBI tonight, but it came on a ground ball out. Look at John Miller laughing it up. Man, I miss him. He looks just as jovial as ever. I tell you what. Dare I say it, he looks healthier now than he did 25 years ago. BW, I have a question for you. Well, yeah, you do, because you ended that with a question mark. So that's your question. How do I answer a question like that? False. Here is a wild pitch. Unfortunately, it gets away from Alex Jackson to the backstop. Rortvedt will move up to second base. So now no ground ball double play in order here. 1 down, Betts at the plate. Rortvedt now at second base. 1-1 the count. The pitch. Low and away. Oh, is Froggy leaving? Froggy, be safe. Oh, the smoke is getting bad here. Oh. Okay, Froggy, yeah. Obviously, take care of yourself, #1 priority. Be safe. Line drive to left. That ball is a diving attempt by Beavers, but it gets past him and rolls all the way to the wall. A run will score. And this is going to be an RBI triple for Mookie Betts. It's 3-0. And again, they do probably the corniest celebration of any team in the league when it comes to getting an extra base hit. But it's hard to really mock them when the Dodgers, are defending World Series champs. You can sit there and do the hokey pokey and nobody can really judge you. Beavers laid out for this, but he probably should have done the better move, which was to just make sure the ball didn't get past him like it did. It might have prevented a run, at least for now. So Betts is at third. There's still only 1 out. Teoscar Hernandez at the plate with a chance to drive Betts in without a hit. And that would make it 4-0 and really difficult. A line drive right to Gunnar on a bounce. The infield is in, and we're able to hold that runner at third. Man, Gunnar. He reacts to this quickly. Makes the play no problem. If only he didn't drop that ball earlier in the ball game. All right, so that's a big out. Betts stays at third base, and we're going to walk Freddie Freeman for free. Intentional walk to Freeman. Runners at the corners. Beavers stretched out. Oh, my. Well, folks, maybe he'll bounce back. Alex Call at the plate. Oh, he swung at a curveball in the dirt. Not a good-looking swing. It's 0-1 on Alex Call. He's 1 for 3. 2 down, runners at first and third. A run is in. We can't afford to give up more. We probably can't afford to give up 3 already. 0-1 pitch is low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Out of town scores, folks. Top of the 8th, Guardians and Rays are tied at 2. Also top 8, Giants have a 2-0 lead on the Cardinals. In the 7th inning, Mariners 5-2 over the Braves. Here's a curveball in there for a strike. Suarez ahead of Call, 1-2. In the Battle of the Lone Star State, the Astros up 3-0 on the Rangers in the 7th. Kansas City is beating up the Twins 11-2 also in the 7th. Padres have a 6-2 lead on the Rockies in the bottom of the 4th. Also bottom 4, D-backs 3-1 over Boston. That ball's hit to right center. Jeremiah's got a beat on it. He makes the catch and the inning is over. John Miller sitting in for the 7th inning. John Miller is complimenting Kevin Brown on his classic Basayo walk-off home run call. John Miller, I want you to get on my channel and listen to my call. In fact, why don't we do that now? Why don't we just do that right now? Folks, if you weren't here last night, here's this. Come on, Sammy. BW needs some breakfast. And some more caffeine. I mean, this coffee is not good and it's cold. I'm about to take a sip anyway. Ugh, that's disgusting. Basayo launches one to right. Keep going. Keep going. Bye. Bye. Birdie. Slamming Sammy Basayo has walked it off. BW calls his shot. Basayo's second home run of his career is a walk-off. The Orioles win it 2-1. Splash it up. Holy cow, that coffee's cold, but it's delicious. Folks, 7th inning stretch time in Baltimore. Charm City chat knows what's up. It's time to throw some cakes on the griddle. Get those cakes up in the chat, folks.
Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy.
Yeah, I even included in the replay of the home run call the 20 seconds before where I'm drinking cold coffee and then interrupted by a walk-off home run. Holy cow. Great moment last night. All right, we're back underway in the bottom of the 7th.
Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy.
Folks, we're 5 likes away from 100. Please, if you're watching, let's get to triple digits like we normally do. Hit that like button at the bottom of your screen. Please, let's get it up to 100, just a few away. Yamamoto is out to pitch the 7th inning, a 2-1 count on Jeremiah. And that pitch is foul back. It's 2-2 on the Bullfrog. Yamamoto has not had to labor in any inning tonight. The most pitches he's thrown was 17 pitches back in the 3rd inning. We need a hit. Swing and a miss, and that was filthy. That was absolutely disgusting from Yamamoto. A splitter that if you thought that ball was staying where it was, you had no chance. That ball moved late and moved far from the bat of Jeremiah Jackson. He strikes out. Here's Gunnar, and he takes a big cut and a miss. Folks, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but Yamamoto seems to be getting better as the game goes on. He's on 90 pitches right now. 90 pitches right now. Let me scoot over a little bit. 0-1 to Gunnar.
His name's Gunnar, and he's dating my mom.
A broken back ground ball to second, and Gunnar is out. The entire barrel of that bat made it all the way to second base. That pitch absolutely sawed off Gunnar Henderson, literally. Hey, Scott, that's not a bad question. 6 pitches. Why did he take him out so quick? I'm assuming we brought in who? And then we went to another righty. It is a little weird. It's a little weird. I think maybe they thought Dubin couldn't go another full inning. They wanted to go to Albert, and they were comfortable. They're more comfortable for Albert to start an inning than to come in the middle of an inning. Does that make sense? It might sound like a nonsense reason, but I kind of think that's their reason, that they prefer Albert coming in to relieve to start an inning. And maybe they felt Dubin couldn't go another full inning. It's 0-2 on Ryan Mountcastle. 2 down and nobody on. 8 strikeouts for Yamamoto so far. And he almost made it 9 as Mountie just got a piece of that one.
Okay, mount up. Okay, mount up.
Can we get one hit for Cal? 0-2 pitch. Hit on the ground to first. Freeman will flip it to Yamamoto, racing to cover the bag, and the inning is over. 7 no-hit innings from Yamamoto. He's on 95 pitches. I think they're going to let him keep going. I don't really know how the Dodgers will handle Yamamoto. If they're going to be strict on a pitch count, or if they're going to let him just go until he gives up a hit and try to get a no-hitter. He's at 95 right now. If he's throwing about 15 per inning, then that would put him at 125 to end the game, and that's a lot. So I'm not sure. Let's just end this damn no-hitter, and we won't have to think about it. Yeah, it was mentioned, Mr. Hyde, top of the show. Rest in peace to Davy Johnson, who passed away, I believe, at the age of 82 today. Davy, of course, a member of the Orioles starting, I believe, in 65. He was on the 66 World Series team. He came up the same year as Jim Palmer. Jim Palmer actually wrote a nice little send-off. Let me see if I can find it real quick. You know, I think about what it must be like to be Jim Palmer at this stage of his life, where he has been around for so long and has been just, you know, all Orioles all the time. And he's watching now year after year as more and more of his ex-teammates and coaches and everybody else pass away. It's I don't know how to mentally handle it. Jim wrote earlier today, sad to learn of the passing of my longtime teammate and friend Davy Johnson. We came to the O's the same year, 1965, raised our families together, won 2 World Series together, learned the Oriole way together. Amazing life of helping others as a friend, teammate, and manager. My condolences to his wife, Susan. Rest in peace. Palmer, once again, a class act. All right. Suarez is on for another inning of work. Andy Pages is leading off for the Dodgers. The count is a ball and a strike. The 1-1 up and in. Pages has to turn out of the way of a curveball. Wow. How insensitive can you be, dude? And you're here to root for the other team? Wow. Quite the character. 2-2 on Pahis. People are really, really weird. 2-2 pitch, and I mean the bad weird. There's good weird, and then there's bad weird. Dodgers are up to 10 hits on the night. We've got 0. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Suarez with a rising fastball at 95. It's not a strike, but he got the chase and the strikeout. 1 down in the top of the 8th.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear? Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Breaking ball in there for a strike to Miguel Rojas. Rojas has a couple of doubles tonight. What's going on in the chat, folks? You can't even get one. First of all, John, this is baseball. There are no points. Numbnuts. They're called runs. You know what? Get out of my channel. Get out of here, dude. You're gone. I've had enough. Thanks, mods, for, you're doing the right thing. I went ahead and finished it off, okay? What a dope. Points. What do you even know about baseball? Points. Hey, by the way, the Dodgers are up by a field goal. You moron. Want to know on Kike Hernandez. 1-1 on a cutter strike. Kike 1 for 2. Be very careful how you pronounce his name. Swing and a miss. It's a 1-2. Albert's got some gray in his beard he's growing. Looking like an elder statesman. 1-2 count on Kike Hernandez. The pitch lays off a curveball that's low. 2-2. Yeah, it's a weird night for so many people to be either rude or just obnoxious in the chat. But hey, what are you going to do? Welcome to 2025. Two pitch. And on the ground toward Gunner. Throw over is in time, and that'll end the inning. Albert Suarez with a couple of nice innings of work. Yamamoto is coming back out with a no-hitter. 7 innings of no-hit ball. 8th inning, bottom of the 8th inning coming up right now. All right, who's coming up? Tomorrow night is a red moon lunar eclipse. Now, nice. Now, when it comes to eclipses, correct me if I'm wrong, but the magnitude, if you will, of the eclipse is sort of dependent on your location on planet Earth. Are you saying if you're in the Baltimore area tomorrow night, you're going to see yourself a really nice looking eclipse, provided that the clouds aren't covering it up? Oh, you're explaining why the crazies might be out. Yeah, that's true. I'm a pretty, I'm a person who likes to go with logic and reason and like evidence for things, but once in a while I'll be like, you know what, maybe it's possible. Maybe strange events that occur in the universe cause weird things to happen here on Earth. You know what I mean? Weird phenomena. I do believe in weird phenomena. I just don't know what's phenomena and what's just a random happenstance. If I wasn't listening to BW call this game, I would probably dozed off by now. Great job, BirdWatcher. Hey, thank you to Nice for You. I mean, I tell you, we've had some miserable games that I've been on the mic for. This one girl is staring the camera down. Is this Cowser up again? Okay, folks, Yamamoto versus Cowser. Who is wanting anything but a strikeout here? Me. Just make contact, dude. Cowser puts it into play. Left center field, and the ball is caught. Wow, a near collision in the left center field gap. Pajes, the center fielder, takes charge and makes the catch. 1 down. We're running out of outs, folks. We are running out of outs. Five outs left to play with. No hits on the board. Emmanuel Rivera looks at a curveball low and away. Come on, Kraken. Break it up. This one's lifted into right. Near the corner. Toward the foul line. Teoscar makes the catch as he goes into foul ground. 4 outs left to play with. Still no hits. Last time the Dodgers got a no-hitter, Clayton Kershaw, back in 2014 against the Rockies. And of course, that game was in L.A. A no-hitter in Colorado has got to be the toughest thing you can do. Here's Beavers, folks. If I'm going to nominate a guy to break it up, it's the guy who's drawn a walk tonight off of Yamamoto. Beavers.
Nice beaver.
Show me your Beavers, folks. Show them to me now. Yamamoto's on 100 pitches. Beavers wants to get on base. A hit would break up this no-no. But I'll take a walk. 1-0 pitch. Line foul. A little bit late. 1 ball, 1 strike. Folks, you haven't heard this much tonight. A 1-1 pitch. Right in there. That might be the best pitch Beavers gets. He even took it. 2 down in the bottom of the 8th. We're down 3 with no hits on the board. Yamamoto's 1-2. Breaking ball. Fouled off. It's just really difficult to get a good swing on Yamamoto because his pitch arsenal, the mixture of the pitches are so wildly different. If you're not looking for the one he's given you, the adjustment is almost impossible. All you can really do is try to foul a pitch off. There is a splitter from Yamamoto, and Beavers is struck out. Folks, the Orioles are in danger of being no-hit. We are going to the 9th inning. The Dodgers ahead 3-0, and we are hitless. We are hitless. And we're not going to have the big boys coming up in the 9th either. That's how these no-hitters work. Well, I say we won't have the big boys, yet they're big boys. Basayo, Mayo. That's right, Basayo's out of the game. So take that out of the equation. Alex Jackson will lead off the ninth. Mayo will get one more chance unless we pinch hit. And then Jackson Holiday. Yamamoto's on 104 pitches. He's going to come out to try to get that no-hitter. He's going to try to get a no-no. So, yeah, I might have to upgrade the thumbnail for this game after. If this no-hitter happens, it'll read 30th anniversary of the streak. And also, Yamamoto throws a no-no. Yamanono. Folks, that is the headline. You know damn well. I want everybody to go look. ESPN, any Twitter feed, New York Times, LA Times, whatever. Any sports outlet that's going to cover a no-hitter, I guarantee you, Yamanono is going to be the headline on so many front pages. Here's a replay of Joe DiMaggio speaking on the night of the streak. Man, the people that were there that night. Is it time to put on the hat? Let me wait for the the bottom of the ninth. I need to put the hat on right at the right time. Maybe I should have put it on earlier. I don't know, but ninth inning of a no-hitter sounds like a good time to me. Ben Rortvedt leading it off. He has been productive at the plate. 2 sacrifices and a single his last time up. Sorry. Yeah, folks, give me your hearts. That ball's hit out toward right field. Jackson's got it, though. Jeremiah with the catch. 1 away. Bruh. What's the point of putting the hat on now? Let's put it on between innings. Let's make it a big deal. Ohtani's up one more time. Careful, Albert. First pitch. Outside. Half a foot. Ohtani with a single and also an RBI ground out. Fouled back. 1-1. That one stung Ohtani's hand. Got a stinger. You feel like a guy like Ohtani would never get that feeling. Always knows how to make contact without getting those stingers up your hands. I hate that. That's a strike. Bottom of the zone. Nice location on the changeup from Albert. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Somebody's gonna say Yamanono. It's too. I mean, it's almost too obvious. The question is, how many are going to copy each other? How many are going to go, wait, that is such an obvious headline. I got to go with something else because my headline's going to get lost in a sea of 50 other people. Yamamoto. Fouled back, still 2-2 on Ohtani. How about Yamafroyo? You know, because he loves frozen yogurt. 2-2 on Ohtani. Pitch. Hit on the ground. Backhanded by Holiday. He's got to hurry. He just gets Ohtani. Ohtani goes 1 for 5 tonight. And the one hit was a single. You will take that every day. You will take that all day. Two down, Mookie Betts. Takes upstairs, ball one. Mookie's 2 for 4. He got a triple his last time up. That drove in the third run of the ball game. I think. Let me double check. No, that, yeah. No, yeah. That was the third run of the ball game. All right. Yamaha. We're not even going for 2 syllables to make it Yamasoso. That's better. I'm going with Yamafroyo. I think I got everybody beat. Because who even says Froyo anymore? Anybody? 2-1 to Betts. That one's hit out to left. Beavers is going to chase it down on the run for the final out in the top of the ninth. Folks, we are going to the bottom of the ninth at home, celebrating the 30th anniversary of Ripken breaking Lou Gehrig's consecutive games played streak, and we are getting no hit in our yard. And I, for one, am not going to stand for it because I'm planning to sit for it. I'm sitting. Why would I stand for it? All right, folks, it's time. Let's do this. Enough of this. Enough of this nonsense. Come on. You're not no-hitting us. No. No, 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 no. Nobody's gonna no-hit us like we do. Come on. Animal House? Well, first, let me give you a little bit of glory.
Ante up and kick in like men. Like men!
All right.
What? Over? Did you say over? Nothing is over until we decide it is.
That's right. It ain't over.
This being Baltimore and all.
Do you believe in me?
We're on a mission from God.
Come on.
Ante up and kick in like men. Like men! Ante up and kick in like men. Like men!
Like men! All right. Last no-hitter in baseball was September of last season. There has not been a no-hitter in baseball this season. A 3-pitch combined effort on the Cubs. September last year, the last no-hitter. Alex Jackson goes after a pitch, swings and misses. It's 0-1. Somebody be a spoiler. Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? Hell no. Oh my. Yamamoto seems to be rising to this occasion. First 2 pitches to Alex Jackson have been filthy. It's 0-2. 9 strikeouts, no hits, 2 walks for Yamamoto. 0-2. Oh, my. Wow, Jackson twisted like a pretzel in that 3-pitch strikeout. Didn't I kick John out for a half hour? Good night. Even the ghost of Dave couldn't get you guys a single point. Hey, John, you have 0 class, my man. You are a disgusting person, and I'm happy to kick you out for good now on my channel. I only feel bad for any person that has to interact with the likes of you in real life. I feel bad for them. But yeah, take care of yourself there, John. See you later. Nice knowing you. 2 down in the 9th. Sorry, folks. Mayo made the second out, and here we go. Jackson Holliday, our last hope, fouls the first pitch back. This is not blue. This is purple I'm wearing, but thanks for noticing. Oh, 1 pitch is off the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. Would you like to see the difference between blue and purple? 1-1 pitch to Holliday. Outside, 2-1. Hold on. This is purple. This is blue. Hitting the right field. Holliday going back. That ball is off the top of the wall. Is it a homer? The no-hitter is over. It is a home run. Bye, birdie. Jackson Holliday breaks up a 2-out bottom of the 9th no-hitter with a home run. Unbelievable. The hat. The hat. All hail the hat. Not in our yard.
It's magic, you know. It's magic. On a magic carpet ride. On a magic carpet ride. You believe in magic.
Oh, my shirt. Somebody's thinking about my shirt when they should be focused on the hat. 3-1 the score. Holliday breaks up the no-no with 2 down in the bottom of the 9th. Yamamoto departs the game to a standing ovation. And, folks, this ovation is from Dodger and Oriole fans alike. That's our fan base. We will recognize an amazing performance from an opposing team when the situation calls for it. It was one hell of a start here for Yamamoto. 1 batter away from history, and Jackson Holliday says, not on my watch. We had a super sticker come in. I don't want to miss it. Ulysses Gonzalez sent a super sticker. Thank you so much, Ulysses.
Message for you, son.
And I want to thank you very much for that. I really do.
And boy, I wish that jerk off that I kicked out was here to see his beloved Yamamoto get his no-hitter broken up like that. Hope you're not too broken up, pal. Hang in there. Maybe the ghost of my nutsack will pay you a visit once. Problem is, I'm not dead yet. By the way, that insult made no sense. It made 0 sense. The ghost of my nutsack? What the hell am I talking about? I have no idea. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Once again, though, purple, blue. Can we see a difference in colors? This is green. See that? That's green. This is gray. I'm white. This is purple. That's blue. This shirt is clean, and I was looking at it like, hey, there's a nice clean shirt to wear tonight. But I'm like, I can't wear this shirt while the Dodgers are here. Duh. I've got red shirts I don't wear when we play the Red Sox or the Reds or the Cardinals. Like I think about this stuff. Same blue shirt I don't wear when we play the Blue Jays. You feel me? But I got purple on. And that's why I wear this shirt a lot, because normally we don't run into purple. All right, Blake Trinan is on in relief of Yamamoto. One more out to get. The Orioles need a base runner to bring the tying run to the plate. Jeremiah Jackson is up to hit, and he is quickly in an 0-2 hole. We are down to our final strike. Just like that. You don't think John Miller would have said anything about his nutsack during this moment of the game? Oh, my, did he go? No, okay. Jackson checks his swing on that 0-2 pitch in the dirt. There is noise at the ballpark, folks. We may come up short, but we had some fun tonight. I don't care. Let's just try to get Jackson on. Get Gunner up. Oh, he lays off a close one. It's 2-2. Come on, Jeremiah. Any way you can, buddy. Yes, folks, please look out for my children's book. The Ghost of My Nutsack Saves Christmas. On children's bookstore shelves everywhere. It's a great way to get the kids involved. Eat and give them a nice bedtime story. I'm sorry. Pitch in the dirt. We got a full count on Jeremiah. Come on now. Look, I know John Miller's got a great sense of humor, but he's a professional. If he were allowed to say anything he wanted, then I got a feeling he would sound a lot more like me, or me him. 3-2 pitch. Jeremiah, left center field. That ball is down up against the base of the wall. It's a double. This game is not over. The tying run is coming up in the form of Gunnar Henderson. Oh, doctor, splash it up.
Splish, splash, I was taking a bath.
Jeremiah does it again. And folks, you can feel the momentum here. Gunner, it's your time to shine. Daniel Johnson will pinch run for Jeremiah Jackson. Seems kind of a silly change to me. He's at second base. He's not the tying run. I don't know how much of an upgrade that's going to help in any way, but whatever. Just don't pull a Mateo, okay? Pitching coach Mark Pryor is out to talk to Blake Trinan. Take your time.
Let me have a Diablo sandwich of Dr. Pepper. Make it fast. I'm in a goddamn hurry.
Folks, I can't believe we haven't gotten to 3,400 tonight. We were at 3,390 to start the game. I mean, such a huge night, huge game. Folks, please subscribe. We're not getting to 3,400 tonight? Are you kidding me? Come on. It's free. Sub it up. What are you doing? Gunner with a pitch in the dirt, and the catcher can't find it. He pushes Gunner out of the way to locate the ball. Runners don't advance. It's 1-0 on Gunner, folks. Gunner's like, what the hell, dude? All right, 1-0 count. Pitch. Taken for a strike, a sinker. Hittable pitch. Hittable, but not offered at. Folks, I might stay on until we get to 3,400. I may not sign off because this is nuts. Line foul off to the left. Folks, how about a subscription? It's free. We got a hell of a ball game here. 2 people, 2 subs gets to 3,400. Help a brother out. 1 and 2 the count on Gunner. 2 down. The pitch. Swung on, hit in the air, left side, slicing into the stands. We'll do it again. 2 more subs. 2 more subs. 2 more subs. 2 more subs. Crowd is on their feet unless they're sitting right behind the plate because they've got the expensive seats. 1-2 pitch. Take that pitch. Gunner got hit. Well, I'll be damned. The Dodgers are going to get on the phone and see if they want to challenge this. I don't know why you would. Honestly, even though Ryan Mountcastle coming up is the go-ahead winning run, that ball did bounce and hit Gunner's foot. Now, see, this is a rule that I'm not 100% sure of. Did we get there? Did we get there? Hey, 3,400, folks. Just under the wire. You see how hard I really got to push to get these subscriptions?
Message for you, son.
I really got to work.
And I want to thank you very much for that. I really do.
Ryan Mountcastle, folks. Mount up.
Okay, mount up.
First pitch to him. Oh, what are you swinging at, Mountie? Come on, dude. Not a good first pitch look. Oh, that ball went in the dirt. And Mountie with a half swing went around. 0-1. The 0-1. Oof, just missed off the outside edge. Trying and going for that corner. Very close. We get the call. It's 1-1. Extra base hit should tie the game. That one's off the plate, and now Mountie, I think, can see that pitch. He couldn't see it the first time. Now he's had a look. It's 2-1, folks. Bugle time. If Mountie gets all of it, we walk it off. The pitch. Way outside. That gets away. Both runners move up. And now a single ties the game. A single out of the infield will tie this ball game. And Mountie's got a 3-1 count. Folks, can we do it? Come on, Charm City chat. The 3-1 to Mountcastle. Ball 4. Bases loaded. The winning run is on base. There were 2 down in the 9th with a no-hitter intact. There has not been an out since. 4 straight Orioles have reached. 1 has scored. 3 on base. Mateo is pinch running for Mountcastle. Let's not dwell on that. And it's Colton Cowser. Oh my, here we go. Please, please. Baseball gods, you must recognize this occasion. Give us some Orioles magic for the love of all that is holy. Folks, I know you may not have a lot of faith, but give me those cows in the chat. Come on. Can the vibes of Ripken streak help us get this game? That first pitch is low, ball one. Crowd's going nuts. Everybody is hungry. Next pitch. Outside 2-0. The 2-0. 3-0. Folks. He can't strike out if they won't give him anything to hit. It's 3-0. No green light. No green light. The pitch. Right in there for a strike. And I'm okay with it. Now's the time to sit on something. And if it's not what you want, take it. It might not be in the zone. 3-1 pitch. Taken for ball 4. We walk in a run. It's 3-2. Folks.
I'm walking here.
Cowser does not strike out. He walks with the bases loaded. Emmanuel Rivera is scheduled to come up next. Will he hit? Well, they're taking Blake Trinan out of the game. They're going to bring in Tanner Scott, who gave up Basayo's walk-off last night. Call to the bullpen. Holy cow. Folks. What a bottom of the ninth we got here on a Saturday night in Baltimore. On a big, big night. What a ball game, folks. You tell me, who's covering it better than BW? As I look forward to seeing the 4 to 5 unlikes left on this stream tonight later. I love the people who watch every game I do, but hit the dislike button. Like, why are you watching? Oh, my. I might need a lucky for this. Oh, my. Rivera is due up. They're bringing in the lefty. He's got to stay in and hit. I don't know who else you'd go to for this. Can Rivera come up clutch? He's 0 for 3 tonight. He had a game just a couple of days ago in San Diego where he had a pair of 2-out, 2-run RBIs. We get one of those here, we win. The crowd is still on their feet in the ballpark. Look at father and son with their Raleigh caps on together. That's what it's all about right there, folks. Look at this Baltimore crowd. My people. Let my people go. Home with a win tonight. Tanner Scott is on. Emmanuel Rivera is in the box. 2 down, bottom of the ninth. 1-run ball game. Bases loaded. The pitch. Low, ball 1. Folks. 1-0. The pitch. He takes it, and it's a good pitch to hit. Unfortunately, I hope we get one as good as that before this at-bat is through. The count is a ball and a strike. The 1-1 to Rivera. He hits it up the middle. It's a base hit. 1 run scores. Here comes Johnson, he scores! We walk it off! The Orioles win it! Hallelujah! Oh my! Cal Ripken, this one's for you.
It's magic, you know. It's magic. On a magic carpet ride. On a magic carpet ride. You believe in magic. Break out.
Whoa! I'm in tears. Maybe if I talk about it, they'll stop coming out. I am emotionally wrecked in the best way possible. The Orioles, like a strike away from getting no hit, somehow win this ball game. 4 runs on 3 hits. Emmanuel Rivera, another 2-out, 2-run hit. Wins the ball game. My voice is cracking because of the Kraken. Holy shit. Final score, Orioles 4. Dodgers 3. And folks, the atmosphere in the yard tonight for a last place team with a lot of question marks that need answering, if only for one night. If only for one frickin' night. There is magic in Baltimore. Oh, wow, what a ball game. Oh, my God. Folks, I'm not... hold on. Can you... Good grief. Good grief. Folks, give me a minute to compose myself. You just have to sit back and take in a game like this. Emmanuel Rivera being interviewed post-game right now. Wowie zowie. And by the way, yeah, it's okay to curse, folks. Let the cursing be allowed because it's all in happiness. We're happily cursing. Holy shit, no problem. Let it fly. JJ with a super chat. Dano with a super chat. I need to catch up. Let me put my glasses on. Guys, I honestly... This is not nothing I'm doing for the camera. This is the most emotional game that I've watched since starting this channel. And I sound like a fool with the way my voice is cracking right now. But it's been such a tough season. There hasn't been a whole lot to celebrate. I needed this. Your boy needed this. Play-by-play with JJ says, game of the fucking year. I love you, buddy. Love you too, JJ. I'm glad you were here, if only for a little bit, to see how this shook out. Holy cow. Dano's got one word. Wow. I don't think I can say it better, Dano. Thank you, Dano, for your contribution, and it's much appreciated.
And I want to thank you very much for that.
I gotta blow my nose.
I really do.
Hold on. I gotta honk the horn. My nose is really stuffy. So give me a sec, okay? Folks, you can't beat the sport of baseball. I don't care. Like, a lot of people like to come in here and debate me about this or that. Try and debate me that there's a better sport ever invented by humankind than the game of baseball. You just can't have a situation like we just saw. This close to getting no hit. Down 3-0. Nobody on base. 2 down. Everybody ready to head for the exits. The only reason people probably stayed was to mark the occasion and see a no-hitter happen. And we won. Unfrickin' believable. I still can't catch my breath. We've got another super chat. Orioles fan, 1972. Great call, BW. You demand. You guys are all the men and women. You guys are Oriole fans, and you're here. September in a losing season where we're likely finishing in last place, and yet here you are. So my thanks goes out to you guys. You guys are the man and the woman. Oh, my God, my heart. What a moment. I mean, I would rank that moment up there with going back to the years of Ripken and watching Ripken do crazy things in the biggest moments like he would so often do. It feels like it's been that long. Delman Young's double down the left field line against the Tigers. What was that, like 2012 or something? Maybe that moment. I don't know. This one ranks pretty high, and it's just a regular season game against an interleague team with really nothing on the line. And yet here I am treating it like one of the best damn moments I've ever seen. I don't know how you guys feel. That was amazing. God, this is the kind of game I really wish I could get you guys to call in and just hear. I want to hear your enthusiasm. I want to leech off of it. I want to digest it and take it and use it. Everybody else's positive energy right now. Joel with a super chat, a cow miracle. You're damn right, Joel. Only on a night like this could something that bizarre happen. And we watched it. I was not prepared for this. I was not prepared for a game to play out like this. Holy cow. I'm still in shock. Folks, do you mind if I just linger a little bit longer? Joel says has never seen a game like this. Folks, if you want to mention me to get your comments out, obviously a super chat would do it, but I get it. Save your money if you'd like and just mention me. If you want to give me your thoughts about tonight's game, because I'm going to talk everybody's ear off for a little while. I am on pure adrenaline right now. BW, how do you feel about Yamamoto not getting the no-no and not even getting the win? I'm ecstatic. I mean, look, I'm not here going, aha, Yamamoto. He pitched his ass off, and if he had gotten the no-hitter, I would have tipped my cap. There's no doubt about it. But I'm just happy about us winning, not so much caring about, Yamamoto kind of having his night ruined really quick. Oh, my God. The Dodgers, by the way, have now lost 5 in a row. And to lose in this fashion as your 5th loss in a row, man, that is really, and the way this crowd is just going nuts, they got to feel a little bit cursed at the moment. Unbelievable. Unbelievable night. And you know what? We don't even have to put up with Melanie Newman with the postgame show. She's not here. It's a perfect night. No Melanie. Yeah, folks, did I choose the right time to put on the hat or what? Can we talk just a little bit more about the lore, the growing lore that is the hat? Holy cow. That's right, folks. We're 20 games left, 20-0. We're going to the playoffs. What do you say? 15-5, we finish with a 500 record. How about that hat? I tell you what, thank you, buddy. Let me give you a little rub. Oh, you like that, do you? This is like that spot on a cat's back right near the base of the tail, right near that butt, where if you scratch, oh, they're like, yeah, more of that, BW. More of that. Ooh, right there. Thank you, the hat. I'm going to hook you up. What do you like to eat, the hat? What do you want today? What do you want? Hookers, blow? I'll hook it up. How can I reward you today, the hat? All right, let me look at the scoreboard here, the box score. All right. Albert Suarez gets the win. He went 3 innings, 2 hits. He gave up a run, had a strikeout, and a walk. Blake Trinan gets the loss. So the loss does not go to Yamamoto. Blake is responsible for the game-winning run, obviously. So there you go. Pitching lines. Oh, let's see. Where are we? Trevor Rogers was not on his A game tonight, and we still found a way to keep him from getting a loss with a late rally. Rogers, 5 1/3 innings, 8 hits, a walk. 2 runs came in to score. He struck out 6. His ERA is still at a 1.51. It's still insane. Dubin got the final 2 outs in the 6th inning to get Rogers out of trouble. And then Albert Suarez gets the win with 3 innings of work. 1-run ball to help us get a chance to come back. Tanner Scott was in the ball game to officially blow it, right? He blew a save. That was a save opportunity. It was 3-2. He comes in to face one batter, and he blows it. Mr. Hyde with a super chat. He says, BW. Wait, where's it at?
Message for you, son.
BW, please wear the hat in the 1st inning tomorrow. I don't need the stress. Mr. Hyde, now you know good and darn well I can't abuse the hat's magic like that. You have to go to, it's like in case of emergency, break glass kind of a situation. You know, if every time you felt there was a problem, you reached for the fire extinguisher and you wasted it, what would happen when you really had a fire you had to put out? You go to reach for it that time you really need it, and it's empty. You get my drift? That's the power of the hat. I can feel it on my head right now. I might need like an MRI, CAT scan or something. But yeah, the hat is going to take a break until tomorrow afternoon's game, and it'll probably make an appearance. I just love talking about this inanimate object like it has powers. Why not, folks? It's baseball. It brings out the kid in me, the kid that's never going to go away. And I love goofy stuff like a magic hat. Why not? All right. let's talk about tomorrow's game. We're looking for a sweep of the Dodgers. We just swept the Padres. What the hell is going on? Yeah. 5-game win streak, 6 out of our last 7. And our record now is 10 games under 500. We had 42,600 show up tonight, folks. What a great night to have a big crowd. And it's a good thing that it was a special occasion, or else, again, a lot of those people might have left. Well, again, there was a no-hitter going on. But maybe a few, like around the 7th inning when it was 3-0 or whatever, maybe they would have left. I don't know. But everybody was here all night long. And what a show we got. Tomorrow, how do we top this after the first 2 games? I don't know. But tomorrow, we got a couple of veterans on the mound. Each of them are going to be in Hall of Fames. One in Japan and one here in the States. Tomoyuki Sagano will be facing off, at least it's announced for now. Could be a change last minute. We'll see. But Clayton Kershaw is currently the pitcher scheduled to start for the Dodgers in this finale tomorrow afternoon. So another reason to keep on watching. That is a very exciting pitching matchup right there. I don't think it's going to be as much of a duel as Yamamoto versus Rogers, but it will be a special matchup all the same. That game's first pitch will be at 1:35 p.m. tomorrow, and the stream here will start at 1:20. Hope to have you back. Wow. Okay, I think it's time to wrap it up. I'm going to take a look around. I don't know. I want to just, God, again, I want to talk to you guys voice to voice. I want to hear your energy. I want to feed off of it. It keeps me going. But I am picking it up in the chat. Folks, again, for whatever reason, when I'm monitoring chat on this page, I could bring it up on my other computer, but that's filled up with the game. So I can't see those hearts flying up in the chat with this particular monitor. I don't know if the hearts were flying during that 9th inning, but if they were, then again, you can see why. This helps. It all helps, folks. All right, I got to get out of here. Well, the thing, Janet, with my Discord is we've tried it in the past and it's given me microphone issues. It's something I think to address for the season 3 of this channel is figuring out a way to get phone calls. It might be a situation where I can only take voice messages and replay them back and respond. I don't know. But for now, the Discord as a conversational tool on this stream, it's too many problems. Too many problems I've seen so far. All right. Let me see who's on. We got the 3,400 subs tonight. I mean, just what else is there to celebrate, folks? Wowie zowie. I mean, we got JJ on right now. He's doing his Diamond Zone. I can't think of a better place to send you than JJ. I got other friends who are streaming. Rhino is on. Fitzy is on. But JJ's the one that showed up and sent a super chat. I mean, how can I not send you on over to JJ? He's doing Diamond Zone, folks. If you're not familiar with what that is, the concept, it's like the Red Zone channel. If you watch the NFL, JJ is monitoring every game going on at once and giving you play-by-play on whichever game is in a, high probability of scoring kind of a situation. You get me? It's really cool stuff. If that's your thing, if you like Red Zone channel, then you're going to love what JJ's doing with Diamond Zone. All right? Tell him I said hello. I'll try to pop in there in a bit, but I'm going to just take a walk around my neighborhood and just soak in probably my favorite call in the history of this channel. And again, the fact that I can say that about a team who's in last place in September to be the game that is my favorite call yet, that's pretty strange, but so is baseball. All right, everybody. Let me say thank you to the mods in the Charm City chat. You guys really did a bang-up job tonight. I know there were a lot of, there were a lot of antics in the chat tonight. You guys are on top of it, and it was great. Made my job a lot easier. Thanks to everybody who sent in super chats tonight. No Magic memberships given out tonight, but that's okay. The super chats were very generous, and you guys got the likes up to one more gets it to 140. And generally, once I sign off, and folks who watch later check out the stream, that like count usually goes up some along with everything else. So we'll probably get in the 140s, maybe even 150. All right, I'm going to send you now to play-by-play with JJ. I am tuckered out, can you tell? Holy cow, folks. Honestly, I think I'm going to spend this afternoon or this evening before I go to bed listening to myself call this game tonight. I don't do that. I used to, season 1, go back and listen to a lot because I wanted to study how I sounded, how I could improve. Now I'm like this, confident veteran behind the microphone. I don't really go back and, unless it's to check out some piece of music I got to take out or something, or to make a clip of a highlight to post. I don't really just play a whole game back, but I think this one, I'm going to play it all back because this was fantastic. All right, folks. I hope you have a good night. How can you not? Don't try to get too hungover. We got afternoon baseball tomorrow. And I know the NFL is going to be on. And I understand if the turnout tomorrow is going to be not so great. But the Ravens don't play until tomorrow night, right? I know the Commanders are on, same time, 1 o'clock. But hey, I'm prioritizing. I'm going to be here watching the Orioles. I hope you will be too, okay? Until then, folks, this has been BW and the powerful. I mean, folks, you think Thanos is running shit? You think Thanos is running shit with his stupid little, rings or whatever? Psh, ain't got nothing on the hat. The hat versus Thanos any day of the week. Bring it, Thanos. You with your dumb-looking head. You're ugly. The hat is gorgeous. Look at him. Bring it on, Thanos. All right, folks. You have a good night. This has been the Birdwatcher in the Hat, and we will chirp at you later. Sending you now to play-by-play with JJ. See you, folks.